D20 Radio, where gamers roll.
www.d20radio.com.
Hello everyone, this is Caitlin, aka Howie, and welcome to the very beginning of this very special episode. Sorry this one's coming out a little bit later than planned. Things are crazy over here. I'm currently in the process of graduating, and if you listen closely, you can hear the distant sounds of moving and cleaning in the background. But anyway, I just have a couple of announcements and then the usual stuff. Announcement number 1 is that after this episode goes up, within a few hours of this episode going up, I'm going to be posting polls and synonyms for polls on every social media platform we can figure out how to, including Spotify. I think Spotify lets us do that. So you can go and vote which campaign season you want to hear next, that being either DragonFable or the Unseen World Season 3. We will have some Unseen World inter-season content coming out sometime in the next couple weeks, so keep an eye peeled for that little preview. But in the meantime, here is the extra special preview of the very first session we played in the DragonFable universe. For anybody who missed it, DragonFable is a childhood favorite browser-based fantasy MMO that Jonathan has loved dearly for many, many years. It's very silly, very fun, very wholesome, but also has some pretty sick dramatic elements going on up in the mix. And Jonathan has crafted a campaign featuring all of those tonal elements, and as is our way, we have thrown in a little bit of darkness here and there, because that's just how we do. This particular session was played before we recorded this season, and it serves as something of a prequel to the season itself. I want to give a huge shout out to Zander for editing this entire thing by himself while in a very short period of time, mind you, while I have been busy trying to make a graduation happen. Because Zander edited the whole thing by himself, I'm not entirely sure if the players did an introduction to who they all are in this session, but not necessarily the campaign. We have Jonathan, we have Baaron, and we have a new player, old player, but new to you player, Ben Shirley, whom we love, and who you will be familiar with if you are on the Discord server under the pseudonym Doc Shirley, who will be playing in the DragonFable season itself. And we also have guest starring in this session Ben's wonderful wife, Sara, who is also just loads of fun. Now, as you listen, you may notice that Jonathan's audio is somewhat extremely haunted. And I personally apologize for that. This, I believe, is our very, very, very first foray into recording multi-track. Before, I would just pull up OBS and then record myself and record my desktop audio at the same time to capture the video call. But now everyone records themselves and it's great and it sounds wonderful now. It didn't at first. So apologies for the growing pains. I've done my very best to render it listenable and coherent. So hopefully it's all right. It's okay. I'm pretty sure that I checked these files directly after recording, realized that something was wrong, and we fixed it. So I'm pretty sure that this is not going to be a future problem. So again, sorry for the growing pains. It will not remain. They will not remain. We will achieve our final form soon enough. I'm gonna do the mid-roll stuff real quick right now, just while I have you here. If you are a listener of the podcast and you enjoy it and you're excited for what's coming next, please consider telling a friend. We do not do marketing at all. So you telling your friends is like one of the big ways that we actually get listeners as far as we're able to tell. So thank you to everyone who has done that, and to anyone who hasn't done that, maybe think about it. Maybe give it some consideration. At this time, I would also like to thank our wonderful, beautiful, magnificent patrons, of which we have 2 new ones who registered on the same day, coincidentally. Big thanks to Richard Wyatt, Russell Parker, Nick Briseno, Wolf Pravini, and Dennis Gaines. I love that your last name is Gaines, and it's spelled in a cool way. I hope I'm saying it right. If you would also like to help monetarily support us, please go subscribe to patreon.com/the Genesys Archives. Nathaniel is running that. Well, we're sort of co-running it, but Nathaniel is the final arbiter and poster of the stuff. We've got some really fun stuff cooking for our $5 and up patrons. If you would like to support us in a non-monetary fashion, please go ahead and follow us on Tumblr, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, or leave a like or review or stars, or just hit us up and tell us how you're doing and how you're liking things. You can find our Discord server and all of our other social media linked in the description of this episode. Again, thank you so much for listening, and let's get started. Welcome to the world of DragonFable.
Lore, the land of rising evil. Our world has always been one of conflict, where armies of light and darkness clash, vying for control of the doom and destiny of all. Then everything changed when the hero came. Plenty of adventurers have wandered this world throughout the years, many calling themselves heroes, but none have earned the title, like the hero. The heroes stopped threats no one else could, fighting dragons, undead armies, and worse, always emerging triumphant. They saved countless lives, fighting entire wars single-handedly. Then, one day, the hero vanished. They faced their greatest foe yet, an infernal being of impossible power, in one final battle. And when the smoke cleared, the beast was defeated. But our hero was gone. Years have passed, and our world still needs heroes. In the town of Falconreach, once home to the famous hero who saved our world so many times, a school has opened for those who wish to follow their example. Aspenvale Academy, a school for adventurers. Here, aspiring heroes learn everything you need to know about being a hero. As Aspenvale's first year comes to a close, its first class of students prepare for their final exam, the QuestVenture. But before they can take the final, they still have one last day of class. And so we open up in the town of Falconreach, which is a major crossroad between the various regions of the Land of Dragons, this continent that we are on. And this class has been taken on a little bit of a field trip up through the streets of the town, outside the walls, to the Guardian Tower, the massive stone structure that stands on a cliff overlooking the town, home of the Guardians who safeguard and protect our town from all of the many dangers that seek to overcome it. And as the classes all gather together, we're listening to Lore Master Tekka, the caretaker of Falconreach's Libruseum, and a on and off teacher at the academy. And as right next to the Guardian Tower, overlooking the cliff, we're on the cliff overlooking Falconreach Bay, in which stands the remains of an immense skeletal dragon. And so, Lore Master Tekka continues, As Sepulture's armies attacked on that final 13th, somehow an unknown force made his great, unstoppable Dracolich fortress fall from the sky. But Sepulture, in his evil, directed the fortress directly at Falconreach, and it crashed into this very tower, killing countless guardians before it sunk into the sea, out there in the bay as you see now. But that did not stop the noble defenders of Falconreach, as they continue to fight against the armies of the evil Sepulture. And so as she continues, she continues on telling the story of the final 13th, this massive invasion of undead, where the world almost ended, but once again was stopped by the hero. Are you guys all good, obedient students, all listening attentively to Lore Master Tekka's lesson? Or is there some whispering going on in the background?
I mean, there's a giant skeleton. I'm definitely looking at that thinking, oh man, I just want to fight that, you know? Like, what would it have been to be there and to see that coming down and just ready with my hammer?
Nora's looking at the same thing and thinking the exact opposite.
And you see Grillgap.
Wait, what is the exact opposite? What is
in that thinking? Man, I'm just glad I wasn't there for yet another insane disaster happening to yet another town. As much as I'm going to throw myself voluntarily into one, I'm glad I wasn't here for this one. That exact opposite type of
nice.
See, Grillgap has cornered another student and is incessantly talking to them, like very quietly, like into their ear as he's explaining this, except he's just explaining everything a little bit different than the teacher is to this one student that he cornered.
Has he cornered like one of the other PCs, or?
No, just another random like NPC student. Okay. Just somebody who couldn't escape him, who like got stuck in the back with him somewhere.
Nice. Yeah, Jacob is very attentively taking notes with his little pet. Well, not really a pet, but his little tiny friend, his baby dragon, perched on his shoulder.
You did not know this. You didn't know this, Jonathan, but Sara loves dragons.
Yeah, well, it's great that she's playing in this, a one-shot adventure based on the game DragonFable.
Yeah, I'm so excited, you guys.
All right. Can everyone, let's go around and everyone introduce themselves. I'll start. So introduce yourself and your character. So I am Jonathan Kruyer, your friendly GM. I am also playing the character of Jacob, who is a aspiring dragon lord. This young boy from a farm who really wants to become a hero and be a dragon lord, and he has a little friend, his pet dragon Sparky, that always kind of follows him around and eats all of his food and occasionally helps out. Aaron, you want to go next?
Hello again, everyone. This is Baaron. I'll be playing the character of Nora Ashloft. Jade, it's not the right word necessarily. She is a rogue mage, essentially, as she also is an arachnomancer, meaning that her magic is purely focused on spiders, which is everyone's favorite thing in the world, of course. And she wants to be an adventurer, but she hasn't really explained to anyone why, other than she's from Willowshire, which, if anyone knows anything about Willowshire and DragonFable, is that it's absolutely safe and nothing bad happens there.
That is a lie. Willowshire is destroyed more times than anywhere else.
So, the probably reasons, we just don't know what they are. Make some guesses. She does, even with her own uniform, she does weave a lot of her own like accessories and things, and so she has braids and things in her hair that are made out of what's called her mana silk, which are weaved into her hair.
I'm Ben. I will be playing Grillgap Swivelwink, a gnomish technomancer who is obsessed with learning about elemental magics and how he can combine his technology with the elements.
That's pretty sweet.
Nice.
You see him on this field trip. He has his technomancer gloves, as all good technomancers do. He wears a little hat and a purple and silver shirt and black pants. And you see on his back a large metal box that, if you looked at it from behind, looks kind of like a little jukebox.
Nice.
And that's him.
Sarah, you want to go next?
Yeah. Okay.
You're the last one.
Yeah. Okay. I am Sara Shirley. So I'm Ben's wife and Zander's cousin. So that's how I found my way into this group. I am playing Myra Opalforge. So she is a dwarf, and she's one of the odd dwarfs that has found their way to the surface. And her greatest desire, after growing up hearing all of the stories about the great dwarven heroes and then hearing about the hero and the amazing things that he did, she wants to be the greatest hero. She wants to get to the point where she can even surpass the hero, and got pretty lofty goals, but she has set her mind to it, and she is determined to get there.
Love it. We believe in her.
We do.
Very ambitious.
Incredibly ambitious.
Incredibly ambitious.
Nice. All right. So Lore Master Tekka continues on to explain the events of the final 13th, about how Sepulture, as his armies attacked Falcon Reach and attacked places all over the world, in secret he stole all 8 of the elemental orbs and took them to his new fortress, where he fused them together into the ultimate orb. But he was betrayed, and explains all of these events that lead to this darkness consuming the planet as the ultimate, the official name, the Super Mega Ultra Darkness Dracolich. Created from the fusion of Sepulture's minion who betrayed him, Sepulture's Dracolich pet, and the ultimate orb, then possessed by Sepulture's secret master, altogether became so powerful, so dark, that it became this darkness dragon large enough that it swallowed the sun and plunged all of lore into darkness. And only the hero was striking right at the heart of the beast on the back of their dragon, was able to, at the very brink of total devastation, was able to save the world. And so after after she finishes the story, so class, any questions?
Okay.
Sorry, what was your character's name again, Ben?
Grillgap Swivelwink. You can pick
Grillgap,
whichever
okay.
one of those names inside there that you want to use for.
Okay. Yes, Grillgap.
Yeah, what happened to the sun after he ate it?
Well, as far as we can tell, it still existed in its current form, just shrouded by darkness, and once the Super Mega Ultra Darkness Dracolich was defeated, the sun burst out of its body and was restored.
Oh. Okay. See, write it down.
Nora raises her hand and there's a little spider that falls down from her fingers, and then she flicks it around to hide it.
Yes, Nora.
What happened to the hero?
Yes, after the final 13th, the hero continued to have many other adventures before their final one, but no one really knows what happened to the hero after their final adventure. Some say that Wargoth, the infernal lord that they thought was so powerful that the hero needed to sacrifice themselves to defeat him. Others say that it took so much out of them that they needed to enter a deep sleep to recover their strength. Some say that the hero never left and just decided to take a step back and is still helping people today secretly. But while there are lots of rumors, no one really knows. I wish I could give you a better answer, Nora.
She just nods politely.
So, class, from the events of the final 13th, what do you think that you, as prospective adventurers and heroes yourselves, can learn?
Myra is still just kind of off in her own world thinking about fighting the super mega ultra Dracolich Lord of Darkness in her own brain, and so the question hasn't even really registered to her yet.
Nice. After a bit, Jacob raises his hand.
Ooh.
Lord Master Tekka, I think what we can learn as heroes is that no matter how bad it looks, no matter how dark things look, there's always hope. That, like, even when things are at their worst, there's always a chance for a real hero to be able to save the day. Does anyone else add anything to what Jacob said, or?
Nora, upon hearing Jacob's answer, half rolls her eyes and then remembers something and gets a very sad look on her face.
Oh.
Grillgap goes, and I learned not even a giant dragon can destroy the sun.
That's good.
Lord Master Tekka chuckles a bit at that. Very good. But yes, that is a good answer, Jacob. It is important for heroes to remember that things will get bad. Things will not always be easy as a hero, but that you should never give up. All right. Well, I think that is all I have for you today. Guardian Basip, I believe you can escort the students back to the academy. All right, Lord Master. Thank you. And yeah, so Guardian Basip, who is a rather large, bulky woman in Guardian armor, with the Guardian blade over one shoulder, waves at the group to follow her and follow her back to the academy. And Guardian Basip, besides being a member of the Guardian Order, is also the physical instructor for the school.
Okay.
The equivalent of a PE teacher.
Oh
my gosh.
I was just gonna say she probably hates Grillgap.
Officially my favorite teacher.
Nice. I love it. Yeah, and since this is an Adventurers Academy, this isn't run a mile and play some basketball. This is you do get bruises at Guardian Basip's class.
Nora is indifferent towards the class itself.
Ha! Nice.
Not one way or the other, just it's PE.
Yeah, Jacob's dedicated in that class, but he's dedicated in all his classes.
He's just a good boy.
He's a good soft boy.
All right, and yeah, so we head back down the road from the tower, kind of circling around the cliff down to Falcon Reach.
On the way down, Grillgap is going to try and pet the tail of Jacob's dragon.
Nice.
He's going to try and touch it just to see what it's like.
Is this a regular occurrence?
He is a very hands-on learner, so yes.
So the answer is yes.
He tries to pet the dragon's tail, and it flicks it away, and then looks back at you and shoots just a little bit of fire, and this little
It hits him in the face, and he doesn't even flinch, and he goes, fascinating.
And it just it squints at you and goes, Rah.
That's adorable. I love that.
Nora witnesses the whole exchange and just sighs inwardly as a like small tarantula like crawls out from like the braids in her hair and makes its way to her shoulder to just kind of sit. And like they start having a hushed conversation of some kind, apparently.
What is it?
Sparky looks at the tarantula with a hungry look in his eyes.
Yes.
And like Nora sees that and looks like whispers something to the tarantula that like makes its way back into her hair.
And it droops its head. Like, meh.
She just like kind of shakes her head like
It turns back around to look where everyone's headed. Yeah, and so we reach the gates and are let in by the guardians and head in through town. Falcon Reach is a bustling community and one of the most diverse communities on Lore, with a majority of humans, but also with water elves, ice elves, wood elves, and gnomes, and a variety of moglins, and a variety of other races, all kind of just sharing this place.
It's cool.
There are a lot of adventurers here. A lot of adventurers live here as it is a great place to pretty much go anywhere since it's a major crossroads. There's the Falcon Reach Bay, so you can sail to other places. There are also roads all the way to Swordhaven, the capital city of the Kingdom of Greenguard, down into Doomwood, the cursed dark forest, and up into the ruins in the Deadlands, and places like Willowshire and beyond. And and then we all head back to Aspenvale Academy.
Oh, is that the school?
Yep.
Here we
That's so cute.
go.
At Aspenvale Academy, which is a kind of a medium-sized two-story building right next to the much larger and more impressive Libraseum, which, as its name suggests, is a combination library and museum.
Beautiful.
As it should be.
And that is where, when the students have lessons with Lore Master Teka, that is where they usually are. With Lore Master Teka occasionally taking the class out on field trips to give a visual reference for what they are teaching. And so back at the academy, when we get back to our classroom, we are met by the headmaster of the school,
Oh.
Headmaster Bumblemore.
Okay.
Bumblemore. That is
Bumblemore.
Bumblemore.
Oh.
Hey, could you bumble some more? Oh man. Anyway.
Yep. And Headmaster Bumblemore is an old wizard, old mage with a large, bushy, white and gray beard. Along with him is the magic instructor for the school, Archmage Archibald.
Oh, nice.
Who, despite being much younger than Headmaster Bumblemore, has far less hair, as he is both clean-shaven and bald. Yeah, as we come in, Archmage Archibald, notes all of the students coming in. Bumblemore steps out with a big grin on his face. Welcome, students! I'm glad to see you are all here today, because today is the day you all shall do your final exam. The QuestVenture, what we have been preparing for all year. I hope you're all excited. We have been searching for an appropriate place for you all to go on your QuestVenture. Somewhere that will test your skills and your mettle, but will not be too dangerous. We wouldn't want any of you to die on these exams, of course. And luckily, Archmage Archibald here has located the perfect place for your QuestVenture. An old ruin with some relatively low-level monsters, slimes, skeletons, the sort. Now, for your QuestVenture, all of you will be sent to this ruin. Archmage Archibald, whose particular skill is in portals, a rare talent, will open a portal for you all to go there and come back. The goal of this quest venture is to enter the ruins and come back with a relic or artifact. From our initial investigations, there should be plenty within for you to find. Now, you may work as teams, as individuals, or however you think would be best. Just know that anyone who does not come back with a relic or artifact will not pass and must repeat the course next year. However, everyone who successfully completes this quest venture will graduate and be declared true adventurers, and you will be free to go off on your own adventures across this wonderful world of lore. Yes, Nora.
Is there some kind of certificate or diploma that comes with it we can, show people?
Yes. You will have an official adventurer's license that you will be able to show to anyone who seeks to bar your way, signifying that you are an approved and authorized adventurer.
She just nods.
Grillgap
Sorry,
raises
what's
his
your
hand.
character's name? I'm working. Grillgap? Okay. Yes, Grillgap.
Are there any rules? Anything that is not legal to bring?
The rules for the quest venture are as follows. You are not allowed to harm any of the other students, or actively seek to hinder their ability to progress in the quest venture. You are allowed to take a relic before they are able to, but you may not injure, entrap, or otherwise prevent another student from continuing. You are allowed to bring any items that you already possess, as well as any animal companions or other assets.
He says that, and Grillgap grins and just pats his pocket with a...
So Jacob, this whole time while Bumblemore has been talking, has been, jotting down notes. And I think I saw Aaron doing that for Nora, too.
Just
taking notes.
No.
I saw what looked like a note-taking.
It wasn't
motion.
related to specifically this, but sure, we'll say she's been taking.
Oh, you don't
notes,
have
but
to. That
mental
was
notes.
just we don't have to say that Nora did it. That's
Yeah,
just...
I know, but yeah, as is typical fashion for Baaron over here, just taking out his notebook, jotting down things.
That would probably
Nice.
be a good idea. Myra also has a question.
Yes, Myra.
So, if we go in groups, are we bringing back one artifact, or are we bringing back one for everyone?
You would need to bring back one artifact per student.
Okay.
The benefit of working in groups comes not at making it so you need to find less items, but simply whatever benefit you might be able to find in teamwork. Of course, not everyone likes to work as a team, and some might prefer to adventure off on their own. Thank you all for your questions. Are there any other questions? I don't have any questions, sir. I'm just very excited to go forward with the quest venture, sir. And Sparky.
I love Sparky.
Well, if there are no more questions, then I excuse you all to go prepare yourselves. Don your armor, gather your weapons and equipment, and prepare. The quest venture begins in 1 hour.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right, yeah. Jacob hurries off to his locker to put on his armor.
Especially after seeing Jacob just like
Nora's cooler
Casual
about
pace.
this than Jacob is. Nice.
Yep, Myra is also going to go, and she's going at a quick pace, so I'm curious if she would outpace you.
Ooh, that's fun. Athletics competition.
Are we doing athletics?
Grillgap is also running as fast as he can, but he is tiny. So
Okay, I said it first, but that doesn't mean that I did it first. Do you think Jacob and Myra started running at the same time, or like one of them started before the other?
I probably would have waited just a minute and then take off to. I want to see if I can let you get a head start and then get ahead of you.
Oh, nice! You're that? Okay, that's fun. Okay, so yeah, Jacob would then have 1 blue die. Yeah, let's see this. What's your athletics?
3 green and 1 yellow.
Nice. Jacob has 2 yellow and 1 green.
Oh, how could I have forgotten
Alright,
that?
so that is, for you, that is 2 successes and 3 advantages. And for Jacob, that is 2 advantages, 5 successes.
Oh, wow.
oh,
You are fast.
Jacob is ready to go.
He's booking it.
And yeah, and it looks like he's been, he's trained his athletics just a bit more than Myra. Myra's a lot more naturally strong than he is.
throw in 1
But-
green to see how fast Grillgap is going.
Is he running?
Yeah, he's going.
Okay, let's see how he goes.
He's got stuff to
He got
work
1
on.
success. He's also running. He's making a good effort,
But
he's just barely behind. He's just barely ahead of Nora, who is walking.
I was gonna say he's barely behind. I was gonna say that he's barely
Yeah,
behind.
no, he would be
Nora.
ahead. He would still be ahead of Nora because she's not trying. But like, he's not that much ahead of Nora.
What's Nora think as she sees this goblin man just scrambling?
Well, like, she essentially saw Jacob, who she anticipated, to do what he just did, even saw him do it. Then saw Myra over here just bolt off in his direction, try to catch up, but like is not working. And then she just kind of like shakes her head, and then all of a sudden, just kind of like comes around her side view, and then also is running as quickly as he can, but is making not the best progress. And he's
She hears him muttering. He goes, "I need the claw. I need to find it."
She just kind of shakes her head again, but like almost smiles a little bit at the thought. Just the whole thing itself just feels very wholesome. She's like, she can't help but smile a little bit.
Nice. All right.
But then she's cold and brooding again. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, the locker area. It's just like a kind of a room with lockers, and then like the lockers are all in the same room, and then there are separate like armor changing rooms. Have doors off to the sides where people can go in. Then the couple other students also go. None of them try to race Jacob and Myra. And yeah, and so Jacob starts donning his kind of bit of like a patchwork plate armor that he's done a mix of scavenging and crafting himself.
That's fun.
And yeah, and also like taken some existing pieces of plate armor and tried to like work them to make them look more dragon-like.
Nice.
He's taken existing pauldrons and kind of like hammered them and warped them to give them like a little bit of a wing effect.
Have you etched scales into them?
No, he's been thinking about that though. He's been whenever Sparky sheds, he collects the scales, and he's hoping that one day he'll have enough to integrate them into his armor.
How many does he have now? Has he got like
That's
5,
precious.
10?
He's got like kind of like 20 scales, but they're baby dragon scales, so there's
It's like a little bag full of them.
Big tiny scales.
Yeah, he's got like a little bag that's just full of little baby scales.
That's precious. That's so precious. Nora, when she gets to her locker, are there like slightly extra sized lockers? Like bigger lockers than the rest?
They're all fairly large
Okay.
because
then
they
it
all
wouldn't be a
need to
problem.
fit like suits of
Armor and
armor
weapons.
and weapons, and Jacob also pulls like a decently sized shield out of his.
Fun. So Nora takes out, and she starts to like rebraid her hair while she's doing it, just because it's to keep it kind of straight and long down her back. She dons a, just from what you can tell, a actually well-crafted set of leather armor that is quite reinforced. Like, it's reinforced with metal, but it also just feels or like looks tougher than most standard reinforced leather would. Just feels sturdier and like also still moves and breathes pretty well. And then she also dons a very simple, like, small cape that's almost like kind of tattered in the back. That is basically white and gray and a little bit of blue. And you can even actually see some of the almost spiderweb patterns kind of still etched into it, as that also has been weaved by her. And some
Nice.
And then she also takes out a really large scythe right afterwards.
Ooh,
It's like a
that's cool.
midnight dark,
Love it.
like a midnight black blade, and like a cloth wrapped handle, or leather wrapped. It'd be leather wrapped handle.
Nice. Yeah, Jacob's weapon is very simple. It's just a very standard long sword. Nothing fancy about it. So he's thinking up ideas for how to improve.
How to make it dragon-like.
He's kind of thinking of ways to tinker on that thing. But for right now, it's just a regular.
For now.
It'll come with time. So Myra opens up her locker and she starts putting on a full set of enchanted plate. And
Okay, sure.
It's got like cool like dwarven rune. It's got like dwarven runes and stuff in it.
yep, and so it's this really amazing set of enchanted plate mail. And then she pulls out a quarterstaff and slings that over her back, and then reaches in and grabs out a great hammer that is her pride and joy.
Love it.
All right then.
And she just stands there in her, after she gets it all put on, and with her great hammer and her quarterstaff, and her hair is all braided up in dwarven braids, and it's shining opalescent.
Does she have a beard?
Is that standard for female dwarves in this world? Because if so, then yes.
It's common, but it is not like, not all dwarven women have beards, but it is common for dwarven women to have beards.
Then yes, she would have kind of a...
Excuse me,
I'm
sorry.
trying to decide. Yeah, it wouldn't be super long, but it would also have some braids in it as well.
Nice. Some little fun lore fact for those who don't know. In DragonFable, dwarves are born from gemstones that are in where a human's belly button is, and their hair and beard is the same color as that gemstone.
So Myra's gemstone is an opal, so she has opal hair, opal beard. It just shines.
That's so cool.
Gorgeous.
I love it, yeah.
That's so good. It's so good.
good.
Oh, that tickles my aesthetic brain all the time.
It's delicious. The cool armor that like glows like the same color and stuff, and like huge hammer.
Yeah, she looked awesome.
Freaking sick.
Oh yeah, she's ready.
And then you're just playing edgy, almost like edgy adjacent, I guess.
You see Grillgap is just like, he gets to his locker and it is much smaller than the rest. And he opens it up and it's just like full of like stacks of papers and like different books and like different like little robotic pieces that he's like picked up and like snatched from different things that he can find around the school. And he pulls out like a belt like with like potions and stuff on it and his alchemy kit and everything. He covers up his backpack, his spell jukebox backpack, and puts on his gloves. Gets his technomancer gloves all rigged up, and gets ready. I was wondering, in the hour, Jonathan, could I do an alchemy check to make like a quick sticky bomb?
That would normally take longer than that, but you can try. That would be a very rushed job, which would make it harder. Sorry. Because typically the process of making a potion is 1 hour plus hours equal to the rarity of the potion. And so even like a rarity 1 potion would take 2 hours standard.
Okay. Yeah.
How many would that be?
I don't
Do you
know.
know the rarity? Okay, never mind.
I don't know. I was just thinking.
I would put a sticky bomb at like 3, probably rarity 3,
Okay.
which is really low, but that also equals like 4 hours.
Okay,
Yeah.
so no time for that.
But yeah, after like Nora would be pulling out her scythe from her locker, she actually like quickly like goes in and like whispers and apologizes to the, because even though it's a well-furnished locker on the outside, it looks like it's just ancient and old because there's so many cobwebs and just webs inside it from all of her friends, and she just has to apologize to them. And there's like a brief argument about placement, and it's that their fault. But then she apologizes again and then closes the door.
I love it. And so Jacob, so when Jacob gets out of the changing room in his full suit of armor, actually, how it would take, probably Jacob and Myra would take longer time because
Yeah.
they've got full.
Though they
suits to
did
play.
probably get there before everyone else did.
It's true.
So you
True.
might actually still be exiting around the time that maybe Nora might be out as well. Because
Okay.
hers wouldn't take very long either.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Grillgap just grabs like a belt, so.
yeah. Grillgap doesn't need to take long. Do they hang around after grabbing their stuff, or what do they do after they grab their stuff? Because at least when Grillgap grabs his belt, Jacob and Myra would still be changing.
Grillgap
what
is
does Grillgap
waiting
do?
because he knows his weaknesses, and he's waiting for somebody strong to come out that he can team up with to help keep him from dying.
Nice.
So funny thing about that would then likely Nora leaves first. He doesn't respond to her though, right? Because she's not like
I mean, how
overtly or obviously
tough does
strong.
she look? Because
She's lithe, but seems to have like, lithe is not the right word though. Dang it. Screw.
Oh,
Dang it,
question.
English.
How old is everyone?
Oh, good
Everyone's
question.
character. Jacob is 17.
Okay.
Baby.
how old do dwarfs?
I was
and
gonna
gnomes
say,
get?
I don't know how the age thing works for dwarves in this world.
Yeah, dwarves age at about the same rate as humans, like a little slower, but not by much, until adulthood, and then they can go for like centuries after that.
Myra's still on the younger side, so maybe mid 20s for a dwarf.
Okay. And Jacob also, I realized I didn't really describe him very much. Jacob is 17, got like dirty blonde, brown hair that's just kind of a mess. He tries to make it work, but it doesn't.
Nice.
As most 17-year-olds do.
Yeah. He's 6'2", and
Tomboy.
but he looks like he's kind of got one of those like bodies where he hasn't fully grown into it yet. He's like lanky and starting to fill out, like, because like he was raised on a farm and then went to train as an adventurer, so he's got some muscles, but like he's got that kind of build that when he's older he's going to be much bulkier than he is now. One of those things where like his hands are like just a little too big compared to the rest of them.
Okay, I guess I'll take that opportunity as well. So Nora is 22, and I finally figured it out. So she is 5'8", and even though she like looks kind of thin, she's well toned. Like she has muscle, but you probably could guess it's not necessarily just for like pure athletical reasons. Man, I can't English today. It's been a long day.
Understandable.
Okay, but the size she has is not small. Scythes are not known to be very small things. In fact, it looks pretty unwieldy overall, but she seems to handle it quite well, and it is big, even almost a little big for her, but she seems to not mind with that. She has wine-colored hair with a
I love
white
that.
streak kind of flowing in through the braids itself that she has. It's like woven into it. And then she also has fairly bright green eyes, though the shade of green seems to change whenever she uses her magic, or it just depends on the day. So yeah, she looks like she can handle herself, but like she's not wearing full plate, carrying big shield, big sword, just big scythe as she walks out.
How did gnomes age? Are they? I'm guessing, are they like super quick, or do they live for a long time?
Gnomes live a bit longer than humans, but are generally in the same age bracket as humans. They're not like immortal, and they're not like, they don't go for centuries. Yeah. They never look fully adult though. Yes. Like they've got like kind of large eyes, and so even like the old ones like have a bit of a childlike aspect to them.
Okay, so I'm gonna say he's like just a year older than Jacob. He's like 18.
Nice. We got two babies so far.
And his hair, if you could see his hair, you'd see it's like sticking up on end, like it looks like it's been like he like stuck his hand in an electrical socket.
Love it.
But you can't see it underneath his hat.
Does he have a pointy hat?
It's a little pointy. It's not like full on like dunce cap pointy, but it's a little pointy.
Okay.
Is it like Gandalf pointy or?
Yeah, it's like Gandalf pointy. It doesn't have a
nice.
Sorry, guys.
It doesn't have a huge brim, but a little point.
Nice.
Okay. He sees Nora walk out, and he's like considering it, but I'm assuming she just walks past him without even noticing him, so he doesn't get to make the decision yet.
I don't know. Where exactly is he standing? Like right outside the dressing rooms, or like waiting, like right at, or like slightly to the side?
He's like to the side. He's not like standing in front, like to like block people or whatever, because he'll just get trampled to death.
Like she'll leave and everything, and she'll like make a look at him, seeing that he's like standing there, because obviously he would have been finished first. So she's just like curious that he's still there.
He goes, I'm trying to build a team. If you haven't, and he just gestures to himself. He says, I need some help.
There are probably bigger people that handle that. As she like gestures behind her towards the dressing rooms.
I mean, there might be bigger, but you look capable.
She like raises an eyebrow. Like, okay, this is kind of a question. So like, in terms of this class of future adventurers, and we've been with each other for a year or so, are we aware of everyone's abilities, or have we not really seen anyone in action yet? And this is like the first time.
You would have seen everyone has practiced to some extent with Guardian Bicep and Guardian Bicep. It's just bicep, but I switched the I and the.
I love it.
That's
why I keep tripping over it, because my brain just wants to call it bicep. Yeah, sorry. Everyone has trained with Guardian Bicep.
Mm-hmm.
And so we've all seen each other's physical abilities, and everyone who has magical talent to some extent has trained with Archmage Archibald. And so we would have seen each other's magical abilities there as well.
Okay.
So we should all have, none of us have been, seeing each other in an active, combat situation.
Right.
But we've all seen each other train. And all trained alongside each other.
Okay. So I'm going to take that back then. He'll say, I've seen you practice, and I know that you're capable there, but I feel like there's more than just training to you.
She still, her response is pretty much the same, that she raises an eyebrow as she looks. And is like, well, I've seen you in action as well.
He flexes.
You can handle yourself. like just the hint of a smile when he does that, but she hides it pretty quickly.
Jacob exits the changing room then. It's like, what are we talking about?
He wants partners.
Oh,
As she
yeah,
just points to him.
I'd love to team up with you guys.
Great. That would
What?
be amazing.
I said he wanted partners.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. If you want to go off on your own, that's cool. I was just.
She seems hesitant at first, but feels pressured for who knows what reason all of a sudden to maybe be part of it.
And then that's when Myra walks out, just into the middle of it. Like, oh my goodness, what do we have here?
We're making a team. At least Grillgap. That's the name?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. I'm trying to get that one down.
It's hard. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. I love the name. It's just not easy to remember. Yep. Well, Grillgap. He was just saying he wanted to make a team, and that sounded like a great idea to me.
I mean, sounds like a good idea to me. And she just grabs the three of you and is like, let's go.
I love it.
And
yeah, she's strong enough to do that. Oh, actually, make an athletics check to pick up everyone.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
Grillgap just grabs onto your bicep, fearing.
Okay, I have 3 green and 1 yellow.
Nora felt like she should have seen this coming and yet didn't.
Okay, so this will add 2 black die. What's Grillgap's brawn? 1?
1.
Okay, yeah, and he's silhouette 0
Yep.
at 3 feet tall, which means his encumbrance value is halved. So he weighs basically nothing. So
I'm a sheet of paper.
so he doesn't add a black die, but Nora would add 1 black die, and we would use Jacob as the base difficulty because he would be the hardest to lift.
Okay. Hoping this goes well.
Same. I don't want to be suddenly crushed under for either with the hug or with the failure of the hug, which causes Jacob to just collapse onto both Grillgap and Nora.
Grillgap is instantly dead.
In his plate and everything.
So she successfully is able to pick up all 3 of them. Just kind of just grab hold of them and lift them off the ground. Like we're going.
Okay, here we go.
It's okay, this is new.
To battle.
Jacob, this 6'2" kid being carried by this 4 foot. How tall is she?
Probably about 4 feet.
Yeah, just this 4 foot nothing dwarf lady.
A literal buff tree stump.
I don't know. I have no idea how I picked you all up, around your knees or something. But I got.
Yeah, that's what I'm imagining. You just grab them all around the knees and lifted.
That's fantastic.
With the exception of Grillgap, who you just kind of grab, one arm around Jacob, one arm around Nora, and then just grab Grillgap by the collar,
the hat,
and then pick them up.
Nora, as they're being squeezed, everyone's to battle, and they're being excited. She just kind of sighs, I guess.
Weird.
And Sparky's kind of flaps his wings a bit.
Yeah.
He's excited too.
The tarantula that had been hiding in her hair pops up on the top of her head to avoid potential crushing, and raises his front 2 legs in excitement too.
Draco sees it and tries to hop, so goes to pounce like a cat. Jumps onto her head.
That thing moves way fast right back into so Sparky just collides with her head.
Hey, Sparky, come on.
And poor Nora's just oh gosh. What have I
Sparky,
gotten myself into?
Nora's spiders are off limits. Sparky flaps a bit and goes
Lands
back onto
Jacob. Love it.
So we get into the waiting area.
It's like a lobby.
Yeah, it's just one of the classrooms. Kind of just some benches in the hallway outside of the classroom, where we can hear Archibald preparing his portal spell.
That's fun.
Taking notes.
It's like, all right, so we're gonna be fighting together and whatnot. This is great. So we're probably gonna want to decide like who goes where and like, is anyone here like really good at like spotting traps and stuff?
Like, Nora has like her scythe on her back, and as he's going through this, he's just been casually creating mana silk with her hands, and then using some needles in her other hand. It's like slowly knit just a very simple scarf, just casually as this is happening.
Nice.
And she just kind of like looks and's like, I'm kind of used to that, but I wouldn't say I'm an expert. How many traps are you expecting?
Well, I don't know. It's ruins, right? You know, like dungeons. They've got like traps, and I don't know. It's what the books say, that ruins and dungeons you like are almost always have traps, and like one of the things an adventurer has to do is be watchful for traps.
I mean, you're not wrong, but do you believe everything the book says?
Well, is it a bad idea to look out for traps?
Like I said, it's like my caveat at the start of the sentence was, it's not a bad idea to look for traps, but
well, I'm just sorry. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't know what you mean.
One of the reasons we're doing this is so we get experience, right?
Yeah.
That will be more valuable than whatever the adventurer book specifically says.
Oh, yeah, definitely, of course. I was just using the book as reference for like how to plan out stuff.
She just kind of nods.
I mean, you've seen Jones, Indiana. You know that there's going to be some kind of spike pit or something in there.
She, like, pauses to rub her head a little bit, and then just keeps going.
I love it. I love it.
Well, I will be probably very little help with traps, but I'm good at what I'm good at, and she holds up her hammer.
All right, so we're probably going to want to have you and me at the front, because you can kind of be the we can do like kind of hammer and anvil type thing. You're hammer, I'm anvil.
She nods.
Because we can, or at least the goal, we can keep any of the monsters from getting at them, so I can, like, obviously, like, I've got my shield, I can deflect attacks, and then you can, bust some skeleton skulls.
She nods enthusiastically. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
High
Let's
five.
stand up for a high five.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
high five.
Nora, like, stops her knitting for a little bit, and she's like, clarifying question. Is that only for combat, or is that specifically also when we're traveling?
Good question.
Because if you want someone to look for traps, wouldn't it make sense for me to be in the front? So I was just wondering if you just wanted to be in the front normally, or is it...
Well, so you said that you've got good eyes. You'd be good at finding traps and stuff.
I might be better than some.
Yeah, so we probably want you at the front then, looking out for traps, but then like be ready to like hop behind me.
Okay. She nods.
Yeah, I can use my shield.
Mm-hmm.
You say?
Appreciate it.
Good idea.
And then, like, she turns towards Grillgap. Any thoughts?
Yeah,
I'm happy to stay behind everybody doing their thing, but when I say duck, you need to duck.
Oh, yeah, and then you can, do send the big booms out there, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited to see you cut loose.
That, and if we need... is mechanics for, like, disabling traps? Could you use mechanics for that?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes, you could use mechanics for disabling traps.
And when we find the traps, I can, and he, like, claps his hands together, and, like, you see, like, his gauntlets, like, turn into, like, a bunch of different shapes and, like, configurations. Take him apart!
Oh, wow, that's so cool. After, one of these days, you and I need to have some talks. Cause I've got a little bit of, like, I tinker a bit, but I'd love to learn a bit more about your your techno magic stuff.
Ooh, a tinkerer. I love to see little things. I'll show you what I got.
Awesome. All right, yeah, and by now all of the other students, not a big class, it's mostly, there's only like 3 other students.
Oh, did they form a group of their own?
2 of them that like have had a kind of an off and on like romance thing going on are in a group. And one of the students is like I can do this on my own. I don't need anybody else.
Is it like a necromancer or something?
No, not a necromancer. But he does, like, his armor is all like, he's like painted his armor black. And
that's Nora's love interest.
Gotch, no.
And he's got like his sword is black, and he's like got put it like a skull on like the cross guard. Yeah, he's definitely got some guy liner.
Awesome.
He's like, yeah, I don't need anybody else. No one else understands me. I'm too dark and edgy for this.
I'm Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm Shadow
the Hedgehog. See, I said that Nora was edgy adjacent.
Edgy adjacent.
This man does not appeal to her in any way.
Okay. Good. That is good to clear up.
I don't know. Has he attempted anything? No, he's too edgy for that.
He's too cool. He can't reach out when you're.
He can't ruin his dark and edgy persona by asking a girl out.
Okay. Has I don't know. Has he attempted? Actually, I'm curious. Has he attempted like pranks on other people, or like trying to like put them down in some way?
No, I don't think he's really much of like a prankster.
Okay, and not a bully, right? No one's really bullied, right?
The 2 that like have a romantic thing have like might have been like a little rude to Grillgap the first day. But when they saw him in Archibald's class, they decided that was a bad idea to keep doing.
Okay.
Yes.
Good thing that went away fast, because Nora might have done something.
Oh.
Look, she has spiders everywhere. She could do
everywhere.
She has so many ideas.
It's like that one Spider-Man comic. He's like, I'm Spider-Man. I'm calling them all the spiders of New York.
I love the idea of just being like Grillgap just like being somewhere and then just like finding like a spider like on his shirt and be like, no, get out of here.
All right. So everyone is there, and then after a bit, the doors open, and Bumblemore steps out. The time has come, everyone, for your QuestVenture. Please, those of you who have got into groups, get into your group together, and it looks like you've already done so. Well done. Now, get into an orderly line. Each group, yes, you, young man, you at the front, you 2 behind him, you 4 at the back. And everyone just in a neat line and exit that will enter through Archmage Archibald's portal here. And you see in the center of the room, there's a stable portal there that opens out to this dark, dim, like dungeon or tomb looking place. That's got some branching hallways. Professor Archibald and I will be here, and Guardian Besip will be arriving soon as well, just in case anything becomes too much for you and we are needed to intervene. But it should be perfectly fine.
Of course it'll be perfectly fine. Nothing could go wrong.
Well, I wish you all the best on your quest venture. And he waves, and people and everyone heads in through the portal. The first guy immediately goes down the left corridor, and so the couple go down into the right corridor. And there's one just straight ahead as well.
What does the couple do? What's like their deal?
The girl is a rogue, and the guy is a mage.
Okay.
Fun. Okay.
We walk in.
And his specialty is fire magic.
Huh, fire
He
magic.
likes setting things on fire.
Cool.
Like spider webs. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey now.
He might have accidentally
Leaked
done
in.
that once or twice.
Which also might have meant to him accidentally running into webs at his head level as he leaves his room.
My eyes!
Accidentally, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Yep, as equally accidental as the accidentally burning some webs.
So we just walk in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Could I roll like an adventuring check or something to see if there's anything I can figure out about this place just off the
Knowledge
bat?
adventuring. Yes, you can.
That's fun.
I got 2 yellow and 2 green.
Nice.
I got brain.
That's good.
Start like knocking on the stone, be like, one of these might be hollow.
All right. So with that check,
Or a secret button.
Our secret button.
so looking around, this place is so you see lots of like dark stone walls that are cracked and chipped. This place is very old, and there is this kind of sense of foreboding about the place. Looking at this place, at like how old everything looks, and the darkness, and like that sense of foreboding, you can guess that this is what your books have described as a standard necromantic dungeon.
Standard, of course. Standard.
Otherwise known as a tomb or dungeon that has been affected by necromantic magic of some sort, a curse, or perhaps it used to be the fortress of a necromancer. And so things that you're likely to find in places like this are, like they mentioned, skeletons, slimes, ghosts, zombies, stuff like that. And yes, there often are traps. Yeah, there are often traps, but with a place this old, it's likely that some of them would have already been triggered by previous adventurers running through here.
Okay, so he like gets in there and starts like knocking around on the wood and like poking the stones and like sniffing around and stuff. He goes, yep. This is what they call a standard necromantic dungeon, everybody. We're gonna get skeletons. We got slimes. We're gonna have probably a ghost or something. I don't know. And there's probably been a people rummaging around. So maybe some of the traps have gone off already, but who knows? We'll have to keep our eyes open.
All right. Oh, that probably means we might have some difficulty finding stuff, too, if other people have been here.
Yes.
We better get going then.
They did say that there was, based on their research, there was likely plenty for us to find.
Okay. Cool. Got worried for a second there. All right. Well, Nora, why don't you lead the way?
So there's 3 hallways, right?
Yep.
Okay. Do they all look equally as promising towards... Okay, so who went where again?
The overly edgy boy went to the left.
Mm-hmm.
And then the mage
couple.
and rogue couple went to the right. And there's the middle straight on corridor still ahead.
She was thinking about doing something, but in her mind, logically, it would be smarter to go straight, since that's not the direction the other groups went to find things.
Mm-hmm.
So she starts making her way forward and looking for traps.
All right, cool.
Out of curiosity, how's everyone's perception? Because if other people can assist, it'd be lovely. You just
2 green.
Nice.
Ben.
Jacob has a total of 1 green.
2 green.
Jacob is a sweet boy, but he's a bit oblivious.
Look, you guys, someone can assist anyone at a blue die, because even though her cunning's good, I did perception was not a career skill, so I didn't put anything specific in it. So she just has 4 green. Like I said, better than most, but
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, why don't you assist?
Okay, Grillgap is assisting her and like gushing about all this stuff that he sees.
Nice. All right, yeah, let's roll some perception.
Okay, so that's 4 green and a blue die with the assistance of Grillgap.
Nice.
Big eyes.
All right. What do we do about light? This place is dark.
This is when I can't remember her name. Okay, Nora. Nora pulls out a lantern.
I also brought.
You brought torches?
I brought 3 torches.
Ooh,
nice.
What would actually be better in this scenario? A lantern or a... You know what? That technically covers the whole group.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll lead with her lantern, and then if you want to use all 3 torches, you can, or we could save them. Or save some of them, I guess.
I say probably light 1 torch, and then we'll see if we need more later. Or if we end up losing something.
I think a lantern and 1 torch is good.
All right. Yeah, so... What happens with this? So she pulls out her lantern. Do you just pull out the torches, or do you say something?
You asked what are we doing about light?
Mm-hmm. Oh, my character did not say that.
Oh, well.
But sorry, as we go forward, we quickly see that there are no light sources ahead. It vanishes into darkness.
So Nora, upon seeing that, goes into her pack and pulls out a lantern that she's about to light. And I'm assuming Myra does bring out her torches at the exact same moment.
How many do we want?
I think 1 should be fine for now. We might need the others later.
Yeah, we probably want, because Nora's taking the lead with the lantern. We want 1 person with the torch looking behind.
Okay, so I put the other 2 away. I hold the other one out for her to light since she's already got her stuff out.
She lights it.
Actually, it's as she holds it out, it's Sparky can do that. Sparky, go. Meow. It spits out a little bit of fire.
So cute.
That's awesome. So am I in the back then?
Well, are you helping with the check, or...
No, Grillgap is helping with the check.
Then we would want him.
We can switch it so that I'm doing the light, and then you're up in the front. So if something goes wrong,
okay. So I hand the torch to Grillgap because he's going to be in the back.
We flip it.
All right,
got it.
So that just gets rid of a lot of the darkness,
which will help.
All right, so as we head deeper into this dungeon, after a bit, you see that Nora catches a glimpse of what looks like some kind of writing on the ground.
She kneels down to get a closer look at it, but doesn't step on it or anything.
Okay, at a closer look, you can see what looks like a ring of letters in a language you don't recognize.
Grillgap, Myra, you two, do you recognize this? Actually, just everyone come here. Let's take a look.
Do we recognize it?
I go over and take a look.
To recognize it would be a knowledge lore check.
I guess.
Can do that.
I have 2 green in that. So, I mean, I guess if we're all looking at it, could we try?
I got 2 yellow and 2 green for knowledge lore.
I have 3 ranks in knowledge lore. Do we want to use her
3
ranks and then your
and-
intellect?
Yeah,
That's a good
Let's
idea.
do that. Let's do that.
spicy.
All right,
Thanks,
this
Caitlin.
will be. This is an ancient language. This will be a formidable.
Oh.
If we get it, can you say it in a spooky voice?
But I guess if everyone was pulling it, could we get a blue die for the sake that everyone was looking at it?
we can. We can get a blue die.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tasty
And
blue
that-
dye.
Blue die is exactly what you needed.
Yes! Yes! Aha!
Yeah.
Okay, because I added the 1 success that got you over the limit. Okay. So you're looking at this, and none of you can read it with these threats. But Grillgap recognizes it as Vaneldrin,
Vaneldrin.
which is also known as ancient Vaneldrin or Lost Vaneldrin, because Vaneldra was a kingdom from the Lost Ages, which is like the times before the elemental chaos 1,000 years ago. Like this lost era of history that no one really remembers beyond bits and pieces. And even what you know is very limited. You know that Vaneldra was this great kingdom that fell before then somehow, but you don't know how or why it fell.
This place is older than I thought, guys. This is Vaneldrin. I don't know how to read it, right?
Nope, you don't.
I don't know how to read it, but it's very old.
Wow.
Is it safe to walk over? Should we go a different way?
Do we know that?
You don't. It's you can tell that it's words in an ancient language, but
Do the words go across like the whole hallway, or is it just a little bit in front?
it's 2 concentric circles that together cover a large portion of the hallway, but you could kind of edge along the side of the wall to go around it if you wanted.
Like when Nora sees kind of their shape in that, she kind of thinks for a moment. She's not 100% sure, but she's like, I think it might be safer for us to still hug the walls just in case. And she looks at the wall to see if there's suspicious holes for bolts or something.
Do we want to try something? Actually, I've got an idea. Why don't we back up a bit? Back up a bit.
Are you gonna throw a rock at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was my...
Okay.
When in doubt,
my
Let's
throw
do
a
it.
rock. That's what my father always said.
I mean, I want to see what it does.
Okay,
She
yeah,
just
and
shrugs
so...
and she steps back. Yeah.
Yeah, he backs up and then holds his shield in front of him and picks up some loose rubble from the ground and tosses it underhand and clunk clunk hits, bounces, and then rolls a bit and then touches the outer ring of letters and then spikes appear out of the ground just with a flash of red light before vanishing.
Definitely gonna want to hug the wall.
Yeah, that's good idea.
Yeah.
Nora
Yep.
just puts a thumbs up.
Okay. Onward.
All right, yep. And we continue onward, and then you're still using your perception, still keeping an eye out.
Yep.
All right.
And I think Myra was still assisting in that. So the 1 blue die for that. So
Aaron's after those blue dye.
look, it's 4 green. As nice as that is, it always could be better. So I'm trying to take whatever advantage I can get.
All right. As we go forward, you hear the jangling of bone clinking against metal and stone in the distance.
When she hears that, she kind of like puts her hand behind her to kind of like tell everyone to hold up for a little bit.
Stop.
What is it?
Like she looks back at Sparky and she's just like, do you not hear the jangling of bones on metal and stone?
Oh, he like stops and
Like,
Everybody's listening.
yeah, everyone listens, and the rest of them, I think it would take a bit before it gets into their hearing range, and like, oh, yeah, I do hear. That's probably skeletons, right? Right?
Yes, probably.
I'm never sorry. I'm
no
excited.
need for the sarcasm.
I've never actually fought a skeleton before. I'm excited.
Which we could, but we could also wait to see if they pass so we don't waste energy on something we might have to fight later.
We could make a trap. Lead them into the spikes.
oh, that is an idea. That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah, I think.
Do we want to set up behind the spikes and send somebody to lure it down, or?
I mean, does it sound like they're coming our direction?
Yeah, that's a good question. I was like, is the sound of the jangling getting closer?
Yes, because at first they couldn't hear it, and then it got into their range.
Okay. So...
And yeah, you can hear it slowly getting louder.
So as far as we know, this path is like hasn't diverged. It's just been one long hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So based on that assumption, they're likely coming in our direction. And so at Myra's question, she like Nora is like, yeah, that'd probably be best, but they might already be heading this direction. So
We can just wait behind the spikes and see if they come.
Could do that.
There isn't any time limit associated with this, is there?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, we just have to come back with a relic for each of us.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so are we going back?
How far back is it? Is it worth it to go back, or should we just
Beat them
stand
up
and
and
fight? Yeah.
Because that's a good question too.
Yeah.
It's about like 5 minutes behind.
Ooh.
I want to stay here. Let's just tackle this head on.
You could still make a trap, couldn't you, Grillgap? Just like right here.
Could I use mechanics to like make something like a tripwire or something with like rope?
Do you have a rope?
I do not, but I have an alchemist kit. Could I use an alchemist kit to make something?
Alchemist.
Can I make some? Can I like light them on fire when they like step on something?
Alchemist kit lets you make alchemy checks, but you still would need. I guess you would have like the basic, like materials for creating potions.
Yeah, I think it comes with stuff in
So
it.
you might have like some oil or something,
Yeah.
but you wouldn't have any like ready to go potions.
No. Let's see, what is alchemy kit? Alchemist kit. Array of specialized tools to craft potions and elixirs. Portable kit. Essential for trade. Number of flasks, management passes. In which to store various alchemical ingredients. Doctors, labs.
I mean, if we don't do something like that, could Nora, as like a utility check, craft a ensnared trap using her spiders and their webs?
Oh, that's clever.
That'd be cool.
That is a good idea.
Yeah, you could use your magic, your arachnomancy for that.
Okay, would that be utility, or would that be... What would that be? Would it be conjure, because she's creating essentially a web?
Conjure.
It's like a web trap, so I was wondering if it was conjure like utility.
Yeah, that would be conjure.
Okay. Cool, I like that. Bless you.
Yeah, so that would be, depending on how much of the area you wanted to cover, would determine the difficulty?
Probably at least the width of the hallway, with like the assumption that if there are more than one, they're somewhat close together. How big's the hallway?
If you want to cover the whole of the hallway is about 10 feet wide.
That was bigger than I thought it was, but okay. That's a big hallway.
If you can just create a trap, there's a possibility I might be able to push someone into it.
That's true. Maybe make it like make it like 6 feet, maybe like 6 feet by 6 feet in the very center of the hallway. Like, don't make it to the edges necessarily, because like 10 by 10 is
that's big,
really big. That's pretty big. So maybe like either 8 by 8 or 6 by 6 feet. What silhouette would that be?
That would be like silhouette 2 minimum, so that you'd need grand summon for that. So I'd make it a hard check.
You know what? We'll use her signature spell for this, because that'd actually make it easier.
What's her signature spell?
Her signature spell is Conjure with additional summon and grand summon.
Wow.
And she also has favored magic on Conjure.
Okay.
Making this check actually an average check.
Wow, that's
nice.
impressive.
Which in truth it'd be the exact same in terms of average, but with additional summon, if we get stuff, it'd be fun. Oh, that already make 2 traps, because additional summon, like you're already making more than one.
Yes, actually, so I guess that's another thing. So you could have 2 silhouette 1 things to do it. So you could also just do additional summon, but that would be an average check. Or no,
make it easy because of favored magic. Actually, that might be smarter. Making 2 silhouette 1s would be smarter.
Yeah, and then with the potential of making more than just 2.
Right.
Nice.
So yeah, what is your magic skill? Your arachnomancy?
3 yellow and a green.
All right.
So like while Grillgap is like he's going through his alchemist kit, thinking about what to do, Nora just kind of like blinks for a moment, then just kind of focuses and is like, I know what to do. And she just kind of like steps up, draws her scythe, and just kind of like calls out to the spiders in the area.
Nice.
To assist her with this.
Hey, yo, what up, spiders?
Yeah, there's a decent amount of spiders in this dungeon. Not as many as you would think in a ruin like this.
That makes
perhaps
her pause for a moment.
The kind of you could surmise that maybe the dark energy of this place keeps a lot of them away, because the ones that are here are of some of the deadlier species,
That's fun.
None of the good vibe spiders.
Like as they're coming to her call to perform this action, she actually tells everyone, "Hey, you should actually probably pack up."
That's great.
Why?
Because these are some of the deadliest spiders in all the world.
Oh, okay, yeah, backing up. And does she focus?
Sure, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's focus.
Okay. All right, so with 2 advantages and success, she's able to create a total of 3 of these things. So 3 webs that together lock or how is she arranging this exactly?
She still wants it to be some kind of trap. So it's essentially like trying to create almost like that typical net trap, but with webs where they're like on the ground and kind of suspended a little bit. And that when they walk into it, it either enclose on them, down, or up. Like it could go either way. And even to the side potentially.
All right.
It's wherever the web would stick quickest.
All right, yeah. And the spiders all come and start making some webs.
Okay. That's 2 strain.
And yeah, and there's like black widows and spiders that don't have a parallel on Earth. Some that have just like a skull on their like a big white skull on their thorax. Is that what it's called? The big part.
The spider butt.
The spider butt. That's the abdomen.
Or abdomen, whatever it is, the big part of the spider.
The big part.
It's got a skull on there. They help you weave together these little web net traps.
How how sassy are some of these spiders overall in terms of their cooperation?
The spiders are... I think initially the spiders are just kind of like... They're intrigued, like, you speak our language?
And she's like, yes, I do. I speak with you all the time. Well, not with you specifically.
You are alive.
Yes.
You are big.
Comparatively, some of you can be very big.
There are no big alives here.
She, like, ponders on that for a moment. It's like...
We did not know there were big alives.
Well, we're just visiting for a little bit. Though, with what you've done...
Are you tasty?
Not really. I mean, it really depends, you know. Everyone has a different palate, as it were. I don't think we'd fit your palate very much.
We will help you against the big unalives.
Thank you. And for your help, I will visit again later and bring some other big alives potentially for you. Maybe not as big as these ones, but...
Tasty?
I'll make sure of it.
They move a little faster as they work on the webs.
Oh dear.
And
so,
like, and Sparky like looks at them and like looks like he's about to pounce, and Jacob like grabs hold of him and is like, no, bad idea. Bad idea, Sparky.
Yeah, so like she's been facing in front of the webs as she's been kind of talking with it, and she is talking openly about it. Mm-hmm. So you hear what she says, but not what the spiders respond with. You just hear like all these kind of like skittering, like scratching sounds, essentially.
Is it actually in another language?
That's a good question. Should we decide on?
I think it would be another language. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then it is. It's in another language. Okay. She like at length when she hears John or gosh dang it, Jonathan, your other dragon lord again. When Jacob like pats Sparky down, she like turns her head back and her eyes are growing almost like are glowing, still green, but almost like a sickly or almost venomous green. Ooh. And she kind of like looks at Sparky and she just kind of like shakes her head and just like, that is a very bad idea.
Sparky sticks his tongue out. Nah.
Is she like an elf or is she human?
She's human.
Okay. Cool.
Alright, and then the sound of clanking bones and metal gets louder until they come out of the darkness towards us, and there are about half a dozen skeletons.
Okay.
They're wearing black pieces, I guess, remnants of black plate armor. Like in life, these warriors would have been in full plate, but only some of it managed to stay on their skeletal frames.
That's cool.
Okay.
How mad will the spiders be if I blow all of this up?
Is he saying that out loud?
Yeah, he's asking Nora.
She turns back. Her eyes are like starting to fade in their glow because they've barely finished. And she just kind of looks at him and is like, look at the hard work they just put in.
I know, but I really just want to blow up these skeletons.
There are other things.
Well, you can blow up the ones that don't get trapped.
Right, exactly. Thank you.
Okay.
Like, I can't guarantee it, but the likelihood we'll run into something like this or bigger is high. Blow up that.
Yeah. All right, everyone, let's get into positions. Jacob goes up front with his shield. All right, and yep, so the skeletons walk right into the traps as they charge at us, and the first three gets smacked up into the ceiling, and another into the left wall, another into the right wall.
Nice.
And the other 3 attack, and it's initiative.
Oh, yes, initiative.
All right, so this is cool because we knew this was coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We set up a trap and everything.
Uh-huh.
You lied to me. Ben lied to me.
I flipped it and reversed it.
Oh.
Wait, what?
On which situation called for cool and vigilance.
Oh,
So
no.
I put ranks into vigilance instead of cool. I have 1 rank in
No,
cool.
look, the likelihood we'll have to use vigilance later is also probable.
Okay, sounds good.
You don't usually get to have time to set up a trap before they come
in
at
fact,
you.
vigilance is the more common initiative check, so it's not a bad idea to put it any.
Right, yeah.
Like,
All
it's not
right.
bad to put it in vigilance or cool, to be truly honest. It's good to put
And
in both.
I too wish it had been vigilance, because Jacob's vigilance is much better than his cool.
That's okay.
So I got 1 success. Baaron.
2 yellow.
Wow, we're not rolling good. You rolled 0.
No. You know what? That tracks with my record of initiative checks, to be truly honest.
I'm a yellow and a green.
1 and 1.
I'm the same. Yellow and a green.
1 and 1. Which one of you wants to go first?
You go first.
I want to go first, please.
All right.
Yeah, Hammer should go first.
Yes.
How do you spell Myra?
Maira.
M-A-I. Well,
That's fun. I like that spelling.
I can't necessarily claim credit for it because I did get it off of a random name generator, but I did choose it and I do like it.
nice. All right. Yep. And then can't forget the
Skello boys.
Get it, boys.
The Skello boys.
It's Undertale.
No, don't spoil it for Caitlin. She hasn't played it
They
yet.
go first.
Okay.
Oh no.
Which
Of
is,
course they go first.
So it's good that we got into formation before the fight started.
And also trap several of them, because that also makes this fight easier.
Yep. All right. So yeah, they head in straight for Jacob and Myra, and they're gonna attack Myra because she's up at the very front there. Do you have any? What's your defense? 2.
My defense is 2.
All right. And yeah, so they come at you. 2 of them have swords, and 1 of them has a spear.
Okay.
And that is a success with a triumph.
Oh, man. These Skello boys are working too hard.
They don't get paid enough for this.
Nope.
And yeah, they come at you, and that is
Wait, you added black die because she had enchanted plate, right?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure.
Did you edit?
Yep, the black die canceled out the green die.
Ah.
And so that is 9 damage.
Minus my soak.
What's your soak? Yeah, what's your soak?
My soak is 6.
Okay, that's not
Okay.
bad.
Actually, so when they come at you, Jacob is going to suffer 3 strain, and he brings up his shield to block their attacks as they come at you. So he uses his parry talent, which reduces the damage by 3.
Oh.
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 Get dunked on, Skelly boys.
So that should block it all, right?
Yeah,
That should
it
block
does.
it all, actually, yeah.
That's
Nice.
cool.
All right. Yep. Yeah, because he uses parry talent with the bulwark talent, because he can protect an engaged ally. So yep, they come in and just charge straight at you, and then Jacob just shield. Nope.
Nope.
But with that triumph, they are going to knock Jacob's shield out of his hands, sending it skittering down the hall.
Oh. Boo.
Like, oh, dang it, that was so cool too.
Focus,
And
we'll talk
then
about
it's-
it later.
Then it's Myra's turn.
She is going to attack, and then I also have the bodyguard talent. So I was thinking I could use that in case they attack you next.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh, cover for
but
each other. That's fun.
so
So that'd be a maneuver.
Yep.
It was, well, I don't need to move anywhere because they're in engagement.
That's true. So you spend a maneuver and suffer one strain, I think. Bodyguard, and then you whack them.
Yep, and then I whack them.
What's your melee heavy?
4 yellow.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Cue Dark Souls music.
I told you I do one thing and I do it well. Hopefully.
I do love those characters. I love that a lot.
This is my first time playing a frontline fighter. I'm super excited about it.
It is one of the most fun things you'll ever do, to be honest, because combat is such a blast to just be up there in the front.
So you suffer 1 additional strain.
Okay.
But you got 3 successes. So what is your base damage?
So my base damage is 5, but I do also have feral strength, which adds 1 to that.
5. Is it plus 5?
Oh, it's plus 5.
And
Your base
brawn
damage
is 4.
is 4 brawn.
One sec. It's my weapon damage plus my brawn,
yes.
plus feral strength.
For melee weapons, it's your brawn plus, and then your melee weapon will have a plus with their damage.
So it would be 4 plus 5 plus 1.
So base 10. 10 for her.
Base 10 plus 3 successes, that's 13 damage.
Yeah.
That is enough that you... Okay, so minus the soak. Yeah, you are able to just come in and with one swing, take out 2 skeletons.
Yeah.
There's just boom, boom, and just bones and black armor just go scattering everywhere.
Just dented black armor.
One of the heads just rolls down the hallway.
I love it.
And then it's another trap that we didn't know was there.
And then it's...
I'm going to save this bone.
And then it's Grillgap's turn.
Ooh.
Okay, who do we have that isn't trapped still?
One
ahead of us that isn't trapped.
Should I waste the strain to blast him?
Yeah, just blast this dude.
Okay.
Why not? You've been waiting to blast. Just do it.
And if you get enough advantages, you can just not suffer strain.
So he's gonna do his signature spell.
Nice.
Which is...
Does it have a name?
Ooh. What would he call it?
Frick, I know the name of her signature spell. Sorry. You first, though.
Okay.
I literally just figured it out.
The Electric Torque.
Ooh, I love that.
Ooh, Electric Torque. I love that.
Fun.
So it's his signature spell is attack, ranged, and powered, and then he gets to add manipulative and lightning onto it for free because of electromancy and aeromancy.
Nice.
Okay, sorry. Say that again. Empowered, range,
and then he gets to manipulative and lightning.
Yeah, a manipulative and lightning. Okay, cool. And how difficult is that total?
Let's see. Signature spell 1 reduces difficulty by 1.
Yeah, and then I get manipulative and lightning for free.
So it was ranged and empowered, so that make it a base daunting, right?
Don't you have your jukebox?
I do have my jukebox.
Does he spend a maneuver to take that off his back?
Yeah, he's going to take the jukebox off. And so that's his tome, his magic tome.
Okay.
Yeah, that is his techno-magic equivalent of a magic tome.
Yeah, so you see a little like robot arms in there, like going like, and like pushes out like a little like sheet for him to read. He's like, oh yeah, that's how we do it. So yeah, he gets to add the ranged and empowered for the...
Okay, then yeah, that's an easy check.
Yeah. And it's 4 yellow for technomancy. So you see...
Look at these boys.
You see, like, he holds out one of his arms with the gauntlet on it, and you see, like, a bunch of pieces of metal, like, come out and, like, a circle around his hand and just start, like, spinning super fast. And you see, like, electricity start to, like, spark in between and, like, a little vortex. Duck, everybody!
Yep, we all duck.
Jacob's
Nora
doing it.
Absolutely ducks.
Like, hands over your head.
You feel the wind.
That is success with 3 advantages, and so you have 4 intellect, correct?
Yes.
So that is 4 plus...
Empowered.
4 with empowered, plus 2 with successes, that's 10 damage. This thing's definitely dead. What else do you want to do? Because you have 3 advantages.
Can I just not take strain for it?
You could choose to not take strain, or you could actually both take 1 strain and move him as you do this.
Okay,
So you could, like, for example, smash him into one of the trapped skeletons.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll smash him into one of the trapped skeletons and I'll take a strain.
Okay, yeah, so just this, like, what is it, like a bolt of electricity, or describe how this works.
So, yeah, you see it. You see the metal pieces around his arm, like, start to, like, spin around in circles, and you can, like, feel that, like, the people standing in front can feel the air getting sucked back, and then all at once you just see, like, an arc of lightning with, like, this, like a kind of like a wind bullet, just, like, shoot out and, like, smash one of these things and, like, fling it to the side.
Love it. Yeah, and boom, and it shatters both that one and the one that you threw it into. And so yeah, they are destroyed except for the which one did you throw it at? The one at the right, the left, or the top?
The top, because that's kind of fun.
Nice. Smash it against the ceiling. I love it. Yeah, and so that just leaves 2 that are currently, like, struggling against the webs. And yeah, Jacob runs ahead to grab his shield that got thrown out of his hands. Like, wow, you guys did awesome. Like, Myra, Grillgap, that was great. I didn't do quite as good, but
No, you helped me out for sure. Thanks.
You got this, man.
you're welcome.
I just watched.
Well, you did trap 3 of them. Speaking of which, we should probably smash the other 2.
Just hear him
You think
jingling
you've
around
got-
in the background.
Yeah, as
You got that one, Myra?
Yeah, I got this one.
Yeah, and yeah, Jacob goes with his shield and just, like, smashes it in the skull with his shield.
Nice.
Just full swing at the wall. Pieces go flying.
Yeah, you smash the skeleton and a bit of the wall. Get a chunk of stone out of the wall, and, like, get, like, a little bit of dust from the ceiling from, like, the shake, like, crack there.
Let's be careful with that next time.
Sure.
Like,
All right,
Nora
yeah,
rolls
well, I guess let's keep going.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
And yeah, they head in deeper, and after a bit, they find a door in the connected to the hallway.
Ooh.
Okay. Is it like a spooky looking door? Wooden door?
It's wooden.
Okay.
We listen, see if there's anything behind it or something.
That's a good idea.
You listen at the door. You don't hear anything. No need for a perception check.
Perception check the door in the case it's trapped?
That you can do.
Okay.
Well, there's no trap there.
Okay. Take a quick look. Okay, there's no trap. Is the door locked? Like once Nora's confirmed it's not trapped, she just, like, pulls the door. Or pushes, I don't know.
It is locked.
Oh. Do we want to try and unlock it, or do you want me to smash it open?
I was gonna say Grillgap looks to her hammer.
Yeah, I think... I don't know, do we want to unlock it? Because I know we can get it open with Myra over here. She was able to crack the wall.
Yeah, but it might also attract attention to us.
That's true.
That is a point.
Can any of you unlock it?
She pulls out thieves' tools from her bag.
By all means. I'll smash the next one.
Alright, what's your skill upgrade?
Or she's like, or if this doesn't work, by all means, smash it. But once I'm out of the way.
Awesome. I like.
Yeah, no, we do want to make sure we don't, smash each other. That'd be
Yes.
I like this plan.
Just yell duck.
Right, like Bumblemore said, he doesn't want us to die on this mission.
True.
bad. Okay, what's your skill degree?
So she has 1 yellow and 3 green, but she does get a blue die with those thieves' tools.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, it isn't
Okay.
just like a like I looked at the thieves' tools and it said that like it gives a blue die in this case. Because I guess technically you could try to lockpick with something other than traditional
Yeah, no,
lockpicks.
it was, I was mixing it up with the others, like the superhero setting has like a key, like has a sort of thing that gives an automatic success.
Okay.
One threat, so it takes a bit of time, but you are able to successfully unlock the door.
And she just kind of speaks to herself like, it's been a bit.
All right, and it's like, okay, Myra, you and I want to head in first, just in case?
Absolutely.
All right, yeah.
Nora steps out of the way.
Yep, Jacob puts forward a shield, and we head in, and in the room, there is, it looks like this is some kind of minor vault or treasure room or something, because there's like some gold coins like kind of scattered on the ground and a treasure chest.
Okay. So, do you want to give that treasure chest a try? Or
We're to check the treasure chest for traps.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the you go take care of that. And if you need help, I've got a hammer.
What do you do?
Stand by.
How do you check it?
Is there any knowledge check I could roll to like give us more information about this
That
room?
also is an excellent idea.
Knowledge roll about what are you knowledging?
What they would have pulled in here, like what's in here.
Like what to expect, I guess.
Yeah,
Also,
like what happens normally when you open up a chest inside a treasure room.
Oh, a knowledge adventuring check.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
What's your knowledge adventuring?
2 yellow and 2 green.
2 green. Okay.
I got a brain. That's it.
You want to be wary for traps. Treasure chests in dungeons and such are often booby trapped to protect what's inside. But that's really all that you can think of.
Okay.
Be careful for traps.
Anything about like what specific types of traps? Like we're talking magic traps or just like typical like built traps?
Usually they are either magical or something that activates, like, well, they might be, this is also magical, but typically what it is opening it activates it.
We could like open this thing up upside down, so if there's something crazy in there, it just shoots into the ground. I don't know.
Well, why don't you just
look.
like check for? Yeah, why don't you just do your? I don't know what you do. Just
look
look
at
it
it.
over.
Do your spider thing.
Look over it real good.
Like she turns back to everyone as they say these things and just like gives them something of a look. You can't tell exactly what it is, but it's something. And
nice.
and she turns back and she thinks for a moment. Because there are two options here. She could just do it with her regular eyes, or she might ask the spiders.
Ooh. I will say that while she's been like getting spiders to come and stuff, Grillgap has been like holding a beaker, just contemplating trying to catch one in there.
Well, so as they wait for her to make that decision, like Sparky gets like wide-eyed as he looks at the gold.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
We do need to go pick all that up. Okay,
and like jumps at it, and Jacob has to like grab him out of the air. It's like no, like it's like scoring like no, we just wait. We need to make sure there's no traps, Sparky.
Okay, she's gonna.
I appreciate how cat-like Sparky is.
he's very cute.
Maybe it's just me, but I always imagine dragons as basically like scaly cats in their behavior.
So it might come up later, but I think it'd just be fun in the moment. She's going to decide to talk to the spiders, which in this case will be using her heroic ability.
Ooh.
Because she could technically do it as a utility thing to just ask them. But
yeah, how is your heroic ability set up? What upgrades do you have?
So it's 6 cents, and it does cost 2 story points because I don't have story because I decided to give it everything to get supreme. Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's 2 story points.
And so she's going to activate heroic ability, World Wide Web.
I love it. That's such a beautiful name.
It's so on brand.
All right.
When occasionally she needs to just be distracted, she'll tap into her World Wide Web and just chat with some spiders and just figure out what's happening.
What does she ask them?
Spider chat room.
She kind of calls out to the ones in the area. and ask them if we opened this big chest, would it kill us?
Would it make us unalive?
Would it make us not alive? Yeah, that'd be the right
What
way.
is a chest?
She kind of points to this big wooden thing in the middle. Like, we can lift up, like, it can open, and you can do, and there's something inside.
That will eat you.
Oh.
It will eat us?
That is hungry.
Okay. I'm definitely glad I asked. Are you hungry?
Wait. Oh, wait, sorry, never mind. You're speaking. I forgot you're speaking in a language that we don't understand.
Right. Are you hungry? I have something. Like, she reaches into her pack and pulls out, like, a collection of, like, some dead rats.
Oh, like full-on rat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, she kind of, like, gestures a little bit to the side, and she, like, I don't know if you prefer to catch or if I should just leave this here, but I'll just leave it here for now. Thank you. She, like, places the rats on the ground.
And yeah, some spider. It just gets covered in spiders.
This is the only
And then,
time.
like, the bodies just go away. They just disappear.
Well, they don't, like, devour it. They drink all of its blood.
And wrap it
Or its
up.
guts. It depends on what the type of spider it is.
That's true. Some do go after its guts.
This is the only time you've seen Grillgap look disturbed or like concerned about anything.
Jacob is currently holding Sparky's mouth shut. So that Sparky doesn't breathe fire on the spiders and then eat them.
Okay, so she turns around and, like, looks at the group and sees what Jacob's doing, and she's like, I do really appreciate what you're doing with that. It's best we stay friends with them here.
I love Sparky. He's great. He's best, but you've got to be careful with those spiders of yours. He really does think they're tasty.
She just kind of sighs. Well, we shouldn't do anything with this chest, really. I mean, we could, but it could eat it. It likely will try to eat us.
What? Oh, eat us.
Should we just
Wait a second.
We
slowly
fight
backs
the
out?
chest.
Is there still treasure associated with that? Would it be worth it?
Yeah, like if there's a relic or something in there, we could, fight it.
Would that be lore to know what it is?
Actually,
Yes,
yeah.
that would be knowledge lore to know what it is.
Combine check again for that.
I got 2 yellow and 2 green for that one.
3 ranks, so use
9
Grillgap's
intelligence
intellect.
ranks.
Yeah, because as soon as she found out it was Edith, she was trying to remember. Like, she feels she knows what this is, but she's not, like, 100% sure.
All right, yeah.
I mean, if there's still a reward associated with it, I'm down to fight it.
So does Jacob. Okay, yeah. Grillgap. Nora might have heard a bit of this, but Grillgap would know most. Yeah. A treasure chest that eats people? That's a mimic.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
And you also got you got an advantage. You know that mimics, while they can look like pretty much any object, they on the inside they have they usually do have treasure or something inside. They like the taste of gold almost as much as they like the taste of people. But inside, outside, it's just like a regular chest. Inside, it's kind of fleshy, and has fangs and has other ways of attacking.
So there probably is something inside of it, but it has a very large mouth, so we will probably not want to be super close to it.
Okay, so let's back up and then start it with you just nuking it.
I like
Good
that plan.
Good plan.
Nora just nods along, like, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's gonna nuke it.
Man, I'm so glad I talked to the spiders about this rather than just trying to look at. I'm so happy.
Good job.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because it would have been very hard for you to know what it is just by looking at it.
Right. Because in all intents and purposes, on the outside, it looks like a normal treasure chest.
Yeah.
Yep. It would have been a formidable check to tell what it was.
That's brutal.
Ew, no. Screw that.
Electric torque.
Did you have 4 yellow? Or
Yeah.
He had 4 yellow. Yeah, he had 4 yellow.
All right, yep. So Jacob sets up with his shield, and you...
Nora stands behind them.
Good.
Nice.
I'm also ready.
Oh, and do you focus?
Focus adds a strain. Adds another 2 strain. Or what does focusing
No.
add to it?
Focus adds a blue die, but it takes a maneuver. It would take 2 additional strain if you focused doubly.
Okay, yeah, I'll focus.
Cool. All right, that is success with 3 advantages.
Yeet. I want to. Can I do the same thing that I did last time, where I can move it and then just take 1 strain to do it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll do that.
And yeah, so you do... That's 2, 8, so that's 10 damage minus soak.
You got that reach.
I do.
All right, and yeah, and that is... So you... Big blast of energy and just throw it against the wall, I guess?
Yeah, I'll get it as far away from us as we can.
That's
Okay,
a good idea. Yeah.
Throw it against the wall, and are you just trying to like throw it away from us, or are you trying to like do some more damage to it by hurling it against a wall?
Do some more damage.
All right, so that is another. All right, yeah, so you blast it with energy and hurl it against the wall, and it lands on the ground with arms just popping out of the chest and like catching it. And then it leaps at us, and vigilance, as this thing just hurls itself at us.
I mean, we were in formation and ready.
Yeah.
Were you ready for it to just leap at your face?
We're ready for something.
Okay,
We're ready for it to eat us.
that works. That makes sense.
That's only benefits me though, because you guys would be rolling not as good on cool checks. So I
But no,
apologize.
your logic makes sense.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
It's cool.
2 yellow for Nora.
I was just thinking it'd be funny if the spider spoke Spanish.
All right, next, Ben.
A yellow and a green?
And the same for me.
Or like Icelandic or something.
Okay, it goes Myra,
Yes.
Cool.
then the Mimic, then Grillgap, then Jacob, then Nora.
Man, even though I have better dice, I keep rolling garbage. You know, that again, that tracks. Baaron no longer rolls good on initiative checks.
What range is it at?
It is at short range.
I do have extended reach, but I have to suffer a strain to be able to attack something at short range. So I was thinking I might use Bull Rush. So I can...
Which is good. That's a good move too. Yeah.
Yeah. So...
So as it just hurls itself at us, you hurl yourself at it.
That's great.
Uno reverse.
That's so good.
So
You've triggered my trap card.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
But not for me.
But not for me.
Okay, so that's 4 yellow again, right?
yeah, and I'm like stepping up and ready to swing, hit it right back into the
Hey,
wall.
bada swing.
You got it.
Okay, does Bull Rush do anything to the check, or
No, it doesn't do anything to the check. I can just spend 3 advantages or a triumph to knock it back.
nice? No advantages, but 4 successes.
Okay, fair enough. So I don't knock it back, but I do swing really hard and hit it really hard.
That's a lot of
That
damage.
is
Now that's a lot of damage.
Base is
9
10.
plus 4, or yes, 10. I forgot about your
Yep.
feral strength.
Base 10.
10 plus 4, that's 14.
So brutal.
This is good.
And yeah, you hit it hard, and like you just hear like a crack, like there's this big crack in the shell, that's the outside shell that's mimicking wood, as it just you stop its momentum entirely. And it just falls to the ground, the arms like popping back in. And then it's the mimic's turn, and it opens its mouth. You just see this like fleshy maw ringed with fangs, and a pair of spike-like tongues, fleshy with like spike-tipped tongues, like come out at you, just flashing at you. And you have 1 defense or 2 because enchanted.
2.
All right.
Need a hero.
Thank you, Caitlin. In spirit, we know you're singing with us.
To the end of the night.
She's gotta have a beard and she's gotta be opal. She's gotta be ready for a fight.
All right, that is a success with a triumph.
No.
And you're getting all the triumphs at you.
Gosh.
But with that triumph, it is going to hit with both of the tongues.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh, nasty.
6 damage with Pierce 3.
Ooh.
So it gets past 3 soak.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Is
take
that 6 damage each?
Each.
So I take 6.
Total.
But sorry, 6 base damage, but it does have 2 successes. So that'd be 8 damage total minus your soak.
Hold up. 8 damage each tongue.
Yeah, sorry. Each tongue does 8 damage minus your soak.
Okay, so that would be 2 each.
Plus
Plus the 3 piercing.
Yeah, sorry, and then it ignores 3 of your soak. My bad.
So I think it's
So 5 each?
5 each. 5
so
each.
10.
So
Wow.
10.
That was
Oof.
not great for me.
No, it's not.
No, and you're not currently engaged, so Jacob can't block any of that.
Yeah, I should have that, but I also have defensive stance. So
Yes, that
Should've
would
used
also have
that.
been good. Okay, but yeah, so Mimic's tongue just spike at you and then go back into the chest. And then it's Grillgap's turn.
We're gonna nuke it.
Get away from my friend.
Oh. Collective oh.
He's gonna blast him.
Alright. So you haven't added it to previous ones, but do you want to add the autofire or activate autofire on your spell?
That's lightning.
That's what. So one of the effects of lightning is that you have the autofire effect, but you still need to activate it if you want to use it, which increases the difficulty of the spell once.
What does autofire
But it gives
do
you
for
the. If you get enough advantages, you can hit multiple times.
Yes, that'd be sweet.
And are you focusing?
Yeah, I'm not moving anywhere. So
Okay. Single focus or double?
Single.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay behind Jacob.
Success with the triumph.
Yes!
You want to activate autofire?
Yeah, I
effect?
want to blast him. Like I want him out of there.
Okay, so that is base damage 8 plus 3. That's 11. 11 twice.
Yes!
That's just 2 strain.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
And yeah, and so just boom, boom, and you like hit it once, and there's another crack, and you hit it again, and it just bursts open, and like coins just spew everywhere as this thing just cracks open, and like the coins are admittedly a bit gross because they've got mimic guts on them now, but actually. They wouldn't be that. Actually, no, they wouldn't be that gross because you would have fried said mimic guts.
Nice.
But now there is a distinctly gross, like, smoke in the air from that.
I was gonna say it'd be funny if he's like, smells like ham.
Smells more like roasted skunk.
It just smells bad.
Okay. Let's just get these coins and get out of here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
So-
we're looking for relics. Relics first. We need like 4 of them, so.
That's true. Do you see anything that looks like it could be a relic?
Do you want to go searching through the corpse of the mimic?
I mean,
Can I roll something to
Yeah.
know if I'm getting like poisoned or something from it?
Mimics are not poisonous.
Okay.
You would know that enough from your previous check. They just eat people.
Yeah.
We have like a
just that.
Don't you have a stick or something that you can like poke around on this thing with?
I mean, I have my hammer. That's...
You have a quarterstaff.
Oh, I do have a quarterstaff.
He specifically said stick.
Do you have like a stick or something you can poke around in this thing with?
I probably could, but I am also going to probably drink a healing potion because that hurt a lot.
Actually, as she's about to take it out, like Nora comes up, like, while you guys look for the relics, let's just like take a rest here and figure things out. And she like takes out that scarf that she was working on and kind of imbues it with some more mana soak. She's like, here, come here. She's going to perform a healing spell on our friend here, on Myra.
Nice, yeah. And Sparky, like, now that the threat is gone and Jacob's no longer holding on to him, it immediately just starts rolling into coins.
His hoard.
Excellent. All right, so she doesn't have any critical injuries.
No, it's just wounds, and it's under half your wound threshold, correct? Or is it over? What's your wound threshold, and how many wounds do you have?
So my wound threshold is 15, and you hit me for 10.
Oh yeah, so
I did. Okay,
she's
so you're over
right?
half. So yeah, you would want to...
Right. So I'm currently at 5 hit points.
Oh, did you? So you still drank a potion, and then like she's gonna fix the rest of it?
No, I had...
Oh, you mean like you have 5 wounds left, right, before you go over, right?
I don't know how the math on that works, but
Okay,
I have
so
5
how wounds work in Genesys is you have a wound threshold,
You count
and
up?
once you go over the threshold, you are unconscious.
You count up.
We're counting up, not counting down. Okay, let me count up. I'm at 10 wounds.
Because addition is easier to think than subtraction.
Right. So yeah, you're at 10 wounds, which is 2...
And one of the things I love about Genesys is it was designed to have as little math as possible and to keep that math as simple as possible.
Less than.
I do appreciate that.
Praise the Lord.
Okay. So...
Okay, so what is your magic skill again? Your arachnomancy?
3 yellow and a green. I would like to focus.
Okay. And then this would be average check?
Hold on, let me just confirm.
Or actually, no, sorry. That's with medicine checks. With a heal spell, it's just easy, regardless of how many wounds they have, unless you're adding additional effects.
Okay. And I'm not adding anything else, not additional target or range. She's like right up next to it. And there's no critical injury, so it's just an easy check.
Just
all
wounds, easy check. That is, you heal 1 wound and 4 strain.
Holy crap. That's not very helpful, actually.
Yeah.
I'm back to 0
well, and
strain.
I guess you can also make it so, so you heal 1 wound and 2 strain if you have any strain, and the spell doesn't cost any strain.
Which is good, but it'd be better if we could heal her some more.
I don't think I can use technomancy
I can help with that a bit.
Okay.
So, like, what she was doing was she was taking that mana soak and actually wrapping it around the specific wound areas. And, like, as you do, you actually
you've got,
feel
like,
it
2,
stick.
like, just holes. Like, I think it got you, like, just, like, right in, like, the...
shoulder.
Like the shoulder.
So she's kind of
like,
wrapping it around the corner of your shoulder, like under the armpit, and like as it like touches it, it also almost sticks and seeps into the wound a little bit, and already feels like it's healing it, as if it's actually like healing faster.
Cool.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, and you've seen before that Jacob has like a little bit of magic. Yeah, I can. I can help a bit.
By all means.
Goes up and he holds his hands up to another wound. It's like, okay, dragon spirits of wind, help me heal my new friend.
I'll be a little more careful about rushing in next time.
Ooh, and that is going to take 4 strain instead of. But you feel like there's there's no breeze here at all. Like this place is like stuffy, but then you just feel like a breeze pass through, and you heal 4 wounds.
Ooh.
Cool.
I do not know how to do healing magic, so I'm sorry for being useless.
No, you're not. You are far from useless. You freaking nuke the crap out of a mimic.
Yeah. And then and that was 5, so you can take the health potion to heal the rest.
Bring it back to 0.
Cool.
Yeah.
And we can anyone who needs to can make a cool check to recover strain right now.
Sure, might as well.
I'll do that.
2 yellow for Nora. Maybe it'll actually do something.
That's so
Okay,
brutal.
you recover 1 strain.
Okay, that is something.
Nora
Jacob
recovered my
recovers.
strain for me.
Jacob recovers 2 strain.
I got a yellow and a green.
You recover 2 strain.
Awesome.
And Jacob is... No, he's not going to use a mana potion right now.
I got some of those
Gonna
too.
save
So
that.
if people, I have a healing
So do
potion
I.
and a mana and 2 mana potions.
Yeah,
So if people need them,
Jacob has 5 mana and 5 healing potions.
I have 2 of each. I think we're all covered in terms of if we need to use some potions.
Yeah,
And
I
then-
had 2 and I have used 1.
Okay.
My potions are too strong for you, traveler.
while we're all there, you see, I forgot my own character's name. Awesome. You see Grillgap. You see Grillgap reach into his pocket and he says, "And if things go really bad, I have this." And you see he like pulls out like a vial with like an X and a crossbones on it, and it's like green and bubbling.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes.
like Nora narrows her eyes at it. She's pretty familiar with poisons and things like it from just her own experience.
Spiders.
In general, but I don't know, just seeing it in a vial and all green and bubbly with the skull and crossbones makes her just almost somewhat suspicious, but she trusts Grillgap enough to be like, okay.
He
probably
sees that
fine.
and he goes, "It was ethically sourced."
Like, all right.
Like, she's kind of
okay,
like, she's
so
like, that
are
wasn't what I
we-
would've done.
Are we looking through the mimic? Who's doing it?
Would it be better if we had higher perception?
Yes.
Okay. She's doing it. Nora's doing it.
I mean, I can help.
She did have
Yeah,
a
she's
stick.
got the stick.
She's got the stick.
You have a stick.
Okay.
4 green and a blue.
And my perception, yeah. I think I'm just adding blue to this.
Yeah.
All right, that is a success with 3 advantages.
Wow.
So you start digging through there, and as you do, you eventually find a dagger.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do we want to assign relics based on who they'd be the most useful to, or should this one go to Grillgap because he's the one that killed it?
No, I do not. Can I roll to know like what it is? Like what? Like is it like a relic or like what?
You can do a knowledge lore check.
Okay,
What's your lore?
2 yellow and 2 green, and then I think Nora has 3 ranks in it, so we can do the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll check it together. She likes appraising things.
Okay, this is, so with 2 advantages and a success. So yeah, this is, you can tell it's old, but beyond that, it very, very, very faintly glows with a, like, pale white gold light. And you can sense that this dagger is attuned to the element of light.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
So it is specifically a light element dagger, which in like mechanical terms means it does extra damage against darkness aligned things like undead.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, with this. So he explains that he says this dagger is aligned with the element of light. Who among us could best wield this?
I couldn't really use it. I mean, I could, but I've used heavy weapons.
I could do it, but I don't know. What do you think, Nora? Do you think that'd be something you'd be good with?
I don't specialize in daggers.
Okay. I don't know. I could take it for now, but I think like in terms of when we bring it back, that would be like this would be Grillgap's like success.
Yeah.
Are daggers
Agreed.
ranged weapons?
If
They
you throw them.
Can be. You can throw them, but they're melee weapons that can be used as ranged. But that like if you throw it, then you have no more dagger.
That's true. I can just hold on to it because I have 2 ranks in ranged.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay.
you are the one that basically killed the mimic, so this is your treasure.
Says,
Yeah.
well, if none of you want to hold on to it, I can chuck it at something here, I guess.
I would advise not, since we need to bring it back. I mean, we could pick it up later, but like, still.
Last resort.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. All right, here.
He puts it into one of his many pockets.
While he's doing that, Nora decides to investigate the gold pile that Sparky's been rolling in.
It's about 800 gold.
Whoa.
Wow.
That's a bit. That's quite a bit. She doesn't plan on taking any gold. She was just wondering if there are any artifacts in there.
Oh no, it's just gold.
I mean,
To Sparky!
I think we should.
yeah, let's...
I think we should divide it equally. Probably we all like. Grillgap killed it, so he gets the artifact, but we all helped, so
This is only fair.
We'll get it split.
Nora just.
Though I
nods.
guess like I didn't really do much there, but
That's okay. We're in this all together. We'll divide up all the gold at the end, I think.
all right. So that means everyone would get 200 gold.
Yeah.
Grillgap is going to give one of his gold to Sparky.
Ooh.
He just like flicks it at him.
Nice.
You're a good dragon, Sparky.
Sparky catches it with his mouth. little happy noises.
Oh. Well, 3 more to go.
3 more to go.
All right, and then we continue on deeper. And as we go through, we see a couple more of those like spike traps on the ground. We know to go around those at this point. Perception as we're going.
Okay. 4 green and a blue. If Myra's still assisting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Failure with it.
Those are always.
You see something moving in the darkness at the edge of the light, staying out of the light. At first you think it's not like you're imagining it, but as we continue, like you see it again, like just movement in the darkness.
Is it following us?
Was it? Yeah, was it in front of us? I'm assuming it was because
it's in front of us, just staying away, like staying at the edge of the light.
Upon seeing that, she stops for a moment and kind of like pushes the light a little forward still, just to see if she could possibly get a better view of it.
You catch another glimpse of movement as it keeps away from the edge of the light.
Can I throw my torch at it?
You can.
He's doing it, isn't he?
Is that a horrible move?
I mean, are you going to ask or are you going to do it?
He just does it. He's just going to chuck the torch at it.
Okay, he throws his torch into the darkness, and you just for a glimpse, for a second, you see this thing as it recoils from the torchlight. A vaguely humanoid shape made of darkness. You see a bit of darkness, darker than the rest of the darkness around it, with what almost looks like eyes of very dark red. That jerks away from the light, rejoins the rest of the darkness behind. You just feel like the energy of this place grow more oppressive.
Oh, that does not sound good.
Can I roll to know what that thing is?
Yep, knowledge lore.
Okay. I'm gonna have Nora's help.
Sure. She saw it. She's trying to
Does he
figure it
ask?
out.
Out loud, or?
She's natural. Oh, well, like, that's the thing. They do kind of have to technically work together.
Do you know what
and
that
call it
thing?
out.
I know you're like good with seeing with a lot of eyes. Have you ever seen something like that?
She like thinks for a moment, and we roll. So that's 3 yellow and a green, I think.
Sorry, say that again?
Yeah, 3 yellow and a green.
That is a darkness elemental.
Hmm.
Is that all we know?
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
It's not a good thing.
They are, elementals are beings of pure elemental energy aligned with one of the 8 elements: fire, water, earth, air, light, dark, energy, and ice. Darkness elementals are thus creatures of pure darkness, vulnerable to light, and essentially more or less immune to physical attack because it's just darkness.
Okay. So so once Grillgap had asked the question to see if she's seen it, and she just kind of like thinks about what she saw, and she kind of says, I haven't myself seen one, but I think that was a darkness elemental.
And so she might not have seen one herself, but but Willowshire has had some elemental problems as of late. Mm-hmm. So she would have some experience with elementals in general, if not darkness elementals specifically.
Got it. And, well, with most elementals, it's always best to, if we can, deal with its opposite, because that's the thing that would be most effective. But since it's also made of pure darkness, pretty much anything physical would not damage it. So she looks back, light another torch, and make sure that there aren't more of those behind us. And then
I have an idea.
Yes.
Okay.
Grillgap, get out your dagger.
Yeah.
And
Pulls it out.
I'm going, and then I can ready a light. I've got a light spell I can do. I don't know. Spiders don't have any light aspect to them, do they?
She just shakes her head, and even if they did, they wouldn't be in this place.
Good point.
Myra just looks very disappointed that there is nothing she can do.
All right, and then you just feel that oppressiveness getting stronger.
I hand off the dagger to Myra. It's like, you're probably better with this than I am.
Do you have light attacks? Light spells?
I have electricity.
Does that count?
I assume magic.
Magic might still damage it.
It would do damage, but it would not be as effective.
Right, light would be most effective.
Well,
if anything, maybe you, Myra, hold the dagger out in front, because of all the things, it would be most afraid of that.
That I can do, and she moves to the front.
All right, and then these things come out of the darkness, and that sense of the oppressiveness getting heavier was because more of them were showing up.
Of course, which is what she anticipated.
They took the throwing of a torch at one of them as a not friendly move.
Yeah, at least we knew what it was.
Correct.
And
not friendly.
Another initiative.
Okay.
Oh gosh, man.
Are we doing vigilance or cool?
Vigilance. I don't think we were.
This one feels
this
vigilance.
One we weren't ready. We weren't ready for a bunch of them to pop out at us.
We weren't ready.
He wasn't ready.
Okay, I've got 2 yellow and a green.
That's nice.
She's good.
Triumph!
Yeah!
Myra goes first.
A yellow and a green
someone
for
else
me.
Gets a triumph and a better roll. Nice. Not as good as a triumph. And then Grillgap, what's your vigilance?
2 green.
Then the elementals are all one group.
Jacob's like a Swiss Army knife.
I love this man. I love this man. This soft boy. He's so good. I mean, you did say he was an all-rounder. Very much a jack of all trades, and he's definitely showing it.
I mean, this party's working really well together, I will say.
Agreed.
Yeah.
This is a very functional party. And we've had plenty of dysfunctional parties.
Oh, yeah.
Zander leans in like, oh, yes, we have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Myra goes first.
Okay.
As there are now 5 darkness elementals coming at us.
How far are they?
They're at short range.
Okay,
Or actually, no, the lantern, I think, goes out to medium range, so they'd be at medium range.
Oh. I was hoping they were.
But there is just the lantern, though.
Oh, that's true.
There's no other torches because we threw. Actually, there's a torch that might still be lit down the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
It actually, as they approached, it went out.
Okay.
Well,
Because of the combined darkness of the elementals as they charged at us.
Got it. Understood.
So yeah, like they charge forward and it goes out, and they're now at medium range. So you can still reach there, but you'll just have to take 2 strain.
Unfortunately, my extended reach only applies to heavy weapons.
Gotcha.
But I could.
But you can take 2 maneuvers.
To get right into, like... Yeah.
I don't know that I want to get that. I mean, I could get that far away, and then I could use my, like, do an attack and then use my defensive stance.
No, that'd be...
Oh, because the defensive stance is a maneuver.
Defensive stance is a maneuver.
Gotcha. So,
but Jacob is right after you, so you can charge in, and then Jacob will just run in after you, and he'll be able to support you.
Okay, cool. Let's do that then. I have 4 green for melee light, and I have a light dagger.
Okay, so you succeeded with 2 successes and 2 advantages.
Oh wow! I know nothing about this dagger, but
daggers are usually +1. So your brawn is 4, and then feral strength gives it 5, and then the dagger is +1, making it 6. So
the daggers are actually +2.
Oh, daggers
so
are
7.
+2 here. Okay, 7,
Yep.
and then if
whatever light stuff
does against darkness,
and then successes and advantage.
Yep. So it's crit 3, so you can't crit with those 2. Oh, I forgot. Daggers have accurate 1, so 1 blue die. That's 2 more advantages. You can crit if you want.
Yay!
Cool. All right.
yes, crit that group.
You have cool stuff with crits too.
As a weapon of the opposite element, the dagger against the darkness elementals has breach.
Yes.
Awesome.
It ignores their soak.
It ignores their soak.
I also have a couple of, like, at least one thing with
Dirty
tricks.
tactics.
Yeah, I have dirty tricks.
You have dirty tricks too? Yes.
After inflicting a critical injury on an adversary, you may use this talent to upgrade the difficulty of the adversary's next check as an incidental.
Nice. Is that it? Oh, it's as an incidental. Cool.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's so good.
So you want to crit it and add +1 to the crit? Or +10, I mean, to the crit?
Because you'd spend 3 advantage, you have 4, you spend 3 to crit, and then 10 extra.
And then 1 to add +10.
Yes, that. Thank you for knowing how to do the math.
All right. Ooh, you rolled 3.
Oh. So
That
that's
is a 13.
That was
Rip.
not a great crit.
Not really.
They can't all be die next
They
turn.
can't all be amazing.
That's fair.
That sudden jolt, target drops whatever is in hand. They don't have anything in their
They
hand.
drop
No.
the burnt out torch.
their next check more difficult.
Yes,
do.
but you do have dirty tricks, which makes it worth it.
Yep.
All right. And yeah, so then how much damage is that? You have
Base 7, we just figured out.
Yeah.
base 7 plus 2, that's 9. Yeah, you were able to kill one of them outright. The dagger glows brightly as it strikes this creature of darkness, and it shears right through it, and it just like lets out a low keen, and then vanishes.
Mm-hmm.
And you hit the second one a bit.
Oh, how many were there? Could we tell?
5.
There's 5. Okay, so there's 4 now, and 1's somewhat damaged.
Yep. And then it is Jacob's turn.
My boy.
And yeah, he holds up his sword, says, closes his eyes, and like, dragon spirits of light. Well, actually, sorry, he would run up beside you first, and then do that. He runs up, and as he runs up, he holds out his sword, and that is suffers 1 additional strain. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes.
Ooh.
Wow.
And yeah, and then there is just a like from his sword, just there's this bright flash of light, that leaves like the after image of like the silhouette of a dragon.
That's cool.
That is
That's
cool.
fun.
And then the one that you injured also poofs away, leaving 3. And they come at both you and Jacob, the ones who are hurting them with light. They're not fond of that.
No, but they do have an upgraded difficulty.
It's true.
A sneaky little trick.
Yeah, they didn't expect you to just come at them with a light knife.
Yeah.
Out here.
To be fair, I didn't either, so.
And they are disoriented by all of this light, and they fail.
Yeah.
They come at you, and like one of them like rakes at you with like shadowy claws, and it just like is deflected off your armor. Another one is just deflected off of his shield, and no issues at all.
Awesome.
Cool.
And then it is Nora's turn.
She actually gets a turn. It'd be smarter for her to stay where she is, because the more she'd move closer to them, the further they'd get away. Because her light of medium range would push them further. Mm-hmm. So, question. Using the scythe to cast a barrier...
Oh, well, no, that won't do anything. They've actively entered the light.
Oh, they've actively entered the light, so she could get
to
closer?
attack us. Yeah.
Yeah, but none of her magic would really help. The only thing that would is... Yeah, we're going to do this. She will get closer. She'll move into short range of of Jacob and Myra. So she's not too far away from Grillgap, so he's still covered by light. And then she'll cast a barrier spell, actually.
Ooh.
Nice.
So she's going to cast barrier, and she'll get with her magic tome about the benefits of mana silk. She'll get additional target and add defensive for free, and then she might have to increase the range. Oh, wait, no, it's from short. No, she's good. So it'll be an easy check because barriers are base easy, and then adding the effects of addition.
Needs to be engaged.
Needs to be engaged?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can add another. You can add the range effect.
I'll add. Well, with the scythe, does it give ranged, or is that only for attack spells?
Yes, but you can. Okay. Yeah. I guess. Do you have? Well. So the issue is, you need to cast a spell. You need at least one free hand. And if you've got one hand on your spell book and one on your scythe, you don't have a free hand.
Fair enough. So she'll.
Unless you have like combat spell casting, battle casting, or whatever it's called, like Jacob has, that allows you to do it without a free hand and while wearing armor.
Right. That'd be something nice to get later. Would it be a maneuver to put down the lamp? Like, it's still lit, but like put it on the ground?
Yes, it would be a maneuver. Unless you wanted to just drop it. Which might not be a good idea.
No, it would not. No. She already used a maneuver. She's going to temporarily drop the scythe rather than put it down, just because it's faster this way.
Okay. Well, you can't use the scythe's effect then.
Dang it. That's so annoying. I don't want to, the whole... Alright, fine.
Well, I guess, you can cast the spell with your hands full, but
it would have to add the rain. It's just, how much harder would it be?
It would add 2 black die, I believe.
That's annoying.
If you want, I could try and make like a barrier or something if you have something else that you could do.
There's literally nothing, like her magic would not help, because all of
one black die.
1 black die? We're going to risk it.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, we're going to risk it. Because right now, that would still make it an easy check with a black die.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
It's 3 yellow and a green against purple and a black.
That is Success with a triumph.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, there you go.
With that
And
triumph,
one advantage. So without using the triumph for this, you can affect 3 people total.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we'll spend the triumph and we'll have. Ooh, this would be hard though because but they're both at short range. Okay, you know what? We'll just do it. We're gonna cover Grillgap, just in case, and then also Myra and Jacob.
Okay.
So it's a little.
What are you doing with the triumph?
Can I not suffer strain for this? Oh, actually, no. Let's upgrade the next person's check.
Ooh, okay. That's Grillgap.
We'll give that to Grillgap. We'll have your next check upgraded.
Okay, fun.
So it's a little tough with the fact that she's holding 2 things in her hand, but she can tap into the scarf of the remnants of the scarf of Menace Silk, and she makes it become very, very stretchy and elongate itself to where it now extends out and covers not completely, but enough that you guys would still be able to fight. But it's essentially it can move around with you. So that
adding a little extra protection.
Adding a little extra protection. It also adds defensive, because that's automatically added with
Nice.
So that means based on ranks in knowledge lore, right?
Yep.
I have 3 ranks, so that'd be adding 3 defense.
Well, it means that everyone has a minimum of 3 defense.
Oh,
Right.
cool.
Oh, cool.
We got 4 defense. Sweet.
Okay, and then it is Grillgap's turn.
Should I just blast?
Yeah, you've got an extra green die on top of your regular.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Let's do it.
I was gonna augment, but I got that extra
Unless
green
you
die.
want to throw out a light spell, do a photoreceptive blast or something. Just
For the magic skill, I don't have any ranks in it, but it's 2 green.
wait, what? No, not that. It doesn't need to be the light skill, but just you can still do light-based magic. You would just need to add a effect on it, like the non-lethal effect, for example.
Okay, yeah. Let's just
that is a light upgrade for a spell.
Yeah, let's light everything up.
Just really big flashlight.
Yeah, so you see on his gauntlets, you see a bunch of things around his wrist flip up to look like a big flower, like a big sunflower, and then you see
I love it. Four plus 8, that's 12. And it ignores soak. So that takes out 2 elementals. It's big flash of light, and 2 of them are gone.
My eyes. Sweet.
All right, we have 1 left.
All right, Myra, it's your turn again.
Poke
Hey,
'em.
I'm swinging again.
All right.
Yeah. Yep. So I have 4 green.
That is a failure with 5 advantages.
Aye. What can I use my advantages for? Just to upgrade
Crit it.
some.
Ooh, you could crit and be plus 30.
Yeah.
You could, but it's also 1 and it's a minion.
Ah, fair enough.
So you could add 3 blue die to the next person.
I mean,
Jacob.
you're up next, so yeah, let's do that. So I'll just get it in a good position for you or something.
Yeah, you come in and it jerks away from the knife. Directly in front of Jacob.
Yeah.
He's like, hello. Flash.
You hear it does its little dragon does its little screech. Yeah. I just want to make Jonathan do the noise.
That is a success with a triumph.
Yeah.
For the light.
Well done.
Flash of light, and with 1 advantage, he actually suffers less strain than normal.
That's good.
And And the last one shrieks, and you get that after image of a dragon again, and it is gone. And then the feeling of oppressive darkness lifts, and it's still dark. It's still a tomb dungeon situation, but it's a little less like it feels a little less like it's actively against us. There's still like there's still a sense of darkness to the place, but not as much.
Yay!
Nice.
Good job, everyone.
I think I need a mana potion.
Oh.
He's looking a little tired. He grabs a mana potion. Because, he was at 9 out of 13 strain there.
Oh, wow.
So after the fight's done, she puts down her scythe for a little bit and, kind of brings all the mana stick back into her and kind of, puts it into her pouch for later use.
Nice.
And then picks her scythe back up.
All right. Yeah, I guess, we gotta find some more relics, guys. Let's
get going.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so we head in further, and not just a bit ahead, it looks like the Darkness Elementals were guarding it, is a much larger door, big double doors.
Also wood?
No, these are made of black iron, the same type of metal as the armor worn by the skeletons.
Oh, these look important.
Are they locked?
Yep.
Would it be would it be possible to lockpick them?
You can definitely try.
Might be a good idea to check them first.
Yeah, she's gonna check them. Just she's eyeing it, and she's suspicious.
Okay.
Oh yeah, was the torch still there?
Oh yeah, no, we would have picked up the torch and brought it.
Yeah, the torch was snuffed.
Okay.
Can we
it's still, you can still relight it, I guess. It's still a length of wood.
It's whatever.
I just slide it back up and take it with me. Just point of order.
I've got 2 more torches, so it's not like...
It's true.
You can't figure out any traps. You can't find any traps on it.
But she's also not sure that she could lockpick this door easily.
Can I roll mechanics to see if I can figure out another way to open this door?
Yeah, you could try to mechanics it. Because you can also lockpick using mechanics.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah, I'll do that. I have 2 yellow and 2 green.
All right.
It's better than mine would have been.
Let's see if I can give it a shot.
That is a success.
Okay, so he walks up to it and starts messing around with it, and little bits and pieces of his gauntlet float off and jingle around in it and come back out. And
Nice.
And then once you unlock it, the doors open inward.
He steps back. He's like, "Oh no! Oh no!"
What? You're surprised they opened?
I just don't want to be the first one standing there when it opens.
And inside, you see this is a large room with what looks like a sarcophagus at the center. A large sarcophagus.
Oh.
We have entered a tomb.
Do not
and
like that.
On the top of the sarcophagus is worked in stone, the stone form of a noble-looking warrior in plate armor with his arms crossed, in one hand a sword, decked out in elaborate armor. Though this is all just in stone. Presumably that's the guy who's inside. And you see a plaque on the tomb, also in ancient Veneldrin.
Ooh. Can I roll lore to see if I know anything about this?
We've already found that you cannot read ancient Veneldrin in the previous attempt.
That is true.
You will not magically gain the ability to read this particular dead language.
Just if I recognize the statue or anything.
Just based off of characteristic traits.
Yeah.
Sorry, say that again?
I was mostly curious to see if I could recognize who the if I could recognize who the statue was of, or if they're long forgotten to history.
Yeah, you could make a knowledge lore check. It would be formidable.
I really don't think I could justify
Okay.
Nora helping in that check, sorry.
Okay. Whatever, I'll try it. Might as well. Okay. 2 yellow and 2 green. I want to know juicy tidbits.
The odds are not in your favor.
May the odds be ever in your favor.
Okay. You've heard the little bit that you've heard about Vaneldra includes stories of a great warrior. Like a legendary warrior with powerful weapons and armor. You don't remember anything about him other than that, but any items that he had would definitely count as relics.
Okay, so he goes, I don't know who this guy is, but he looks like an important enough person that if we can find anything that's his, it should count for our assignment.
Is it normal to just pillage tombs in this world?
I was gonna ask.
Adventurers pillaging tombs? Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
You know Jones, Indiana?
So, like...
Well, especially if the tomb is like a cursed tomb filled with monsters, like, that's pretty much fair game.
Okay.
It's already filled with monsters.
So this is fine.
Yeah, this is fine. But before, like, they decide completely on focusing on the sarcophagus, Nora's gonna take a quick look at anything else in the room that could potentially be considered relics.
Roll perception.
All right.
That's
She's probably doing this herself.
4 green.
4 green.
You do not find anything around the room that would really count as relics.
She just sighs heavily.
You see some like old like tapestries that are like faded and like kind of falling apart. You see like just like stone pillars along the walls and stuff, but nothing that you could bring back. Well, I guess you could bring back a tapestry, but that wouldn't count.
Right.
That's just for fun.
That's why she's just like.
Oh, did you say that like his weapons or armor, or just anything that's his?
Yeah, pretty much anything that's like that he owned would probably be a relic.
Which likely, based on just what I can see, would be in that sarcophagus.
Myra is very excited about the prospect of some ancient weapons and armor. Like, this is so cool. I can't believe we're here.
So who's first?
Just in case, I'll like be out here with my shield, but I think that does look rather heavy. We might want.
I got this, you guys.
You do?
Yep.
Nora,
do you want any help with it? I can help you.
Oh yeah, that would probably be good. What is this athletics? Or
yes, this would be athletics. Yeah, just actually no. Bet I have a better idea than me. Than me pushing with you. Wait. Ooh, no, I don't know if I can do that.
I have 1 yellow and 3 green for athletics. If you wanted to help, I think you have more ranks in it than I do.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I don't know if I can actually use that spell on other people. I think it's a me thing. But yeah, I can push with you.
Okay.
Nora standing next to Grillgap, far away, or as far as he is, I guess.
Yeah, be ready to help with spells or whatever.
She takes out her side. She puts the lantern down on the ground and then takes out her side.
Grillgap does fire guns at you.
Sparky looks at Jacob and can feel the worry in his voice, and so Sparky kind of goes on his hackles and growls at the sarcophagus
Oh, that's beautiful.
Love him.
All right, and push. All right, success. So we both get 1 strain as we push this heavy stone slab off the top of the sarcophagus, and it clatters to the ground. And inside we see a figure in black iron armor seemingly untouched by time. Over his black helm, there's like a gold crown.
Ooh.
And in his hand is a massive greatsword.
Yeah.
That's like elaborate, made of that same black iron. And like on the cross guard, there is like this image, like it's got carved in a skull, wearing a crown, much like the one like on his helmet.
Is he like a mummy or is he like a skeleton in there?
Oh, that's a good question.
He is completely covered by his armor. It's head to toe armor, and there's like a mask as part of the helmet.
Oh, freak.
Okay, because when he
You
said
can't see any of it.
he said untouched by time, and I was thinking full flesh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, so you can't.
That would be something.
That would be interesting.
That'd be very scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
But no, the armor looks untouched by time, pretty much. Like, there's no rust or anything. There's definitely dust, lots of dust. Yeah, and then it's also underneath, there's a cape, like a long red crimson cloak that is tattered at the edges and kind of frayed.
Okay.
But yeah, and it's this figure just kind of sits there, entombed.
What do you guys see?
And then two red lights appear in the eye slits of the mask.
Of course they do.
Myra just says bad.
No. Jacob backs up.
Yeah, I think we both back up at that point, like ready for a fight.
Yeah, Sparky roars at like, rah, and Jacob picks Sparky up, and then we like metal, and like then there's like the sound of bone scraping against bone,
Ooh.
and then a voice that seems to steal the warmth out of the air. I am awake. And this figure like sits up and then stands up. The greatsword is now glowing with the same dark red light as his eyes. And he looks around. How long has it been?
I don't even know how to read your language, man, so it's pretty long.
What of Veneldra? What of my kingdom?
I mean, I don't... Do we know what happened to it? Just that it fell?
Yeah, it's just one of the many kingdoms that fell in those, like, the lost ages.
Myra will say, nobody knows.
I have been gone. Perhaps too long to punish those who bound me in this tomb. I will have to settle. Turns back to the group. You have freed me. I am Zekle, first and greatest of Death Knights. Conqueror of Veneldra.
Oh.
Terror of the living.
Like, wide-eyed, Nora's just like, gosh dang it. Like, inwardly just like, gosh dang it. Of course, it's something like this.
Do you think the teachers knew about this?
Oh.
This.
Yeah.
We better get extra credit for this exam.
Not good.
As repayment for your freeing of me, I will let you live to witness as this world. And he like raises his sword, and you feel like that oppressive feeling that like faded a bit when we defeated the darkness elementals. Grows a lot heavier. And just all of the shadows grow longer and start to move. And you can hear echoing from the distance in this place the sounds of a lot of skeletal feet and metal, bone against metal.
Oh no. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say this probably isn't a fight we can win.
I'd say we take our exit.
Yeah, Jacob's kind of like holding his shield as like, guys, I don't know what to do.
Do you have any artifacts we could take back with us for our assignment?
Oh my gosh. I don't think that's actually as important right now.
I think we gotta fight him, right? We gotta, right?
I mean, do you think we can? I mean, well,
aren't you the greatest hero?
I will be the greatest hero. So I mean, she shakes her head, grabs her hammer again. Think we can win, guys?
Nora's just shaking her head. She didn't verbalize it, but she's clearly not no.
I mean, maybe he'll just give us the things.
Do not try. I spare you for releasing me. But should you attempt to hinder me, I will not spare you a second time. Guys?
Well, I don't know what to do.
Nora kind of speaks up. We are... what's the actual word for it? Gosh dang, why can't I English right now? We are up-and-coming adventurers, ill-equipped for a situation like this, and if we fight and die here, then the world will not know until it's too late that this is happening.
I mean, she makes an excellent point. We should go.
We can... This is a fight, maybe not for now.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yep.
Okay, I think we back out slowly and then hit the hallway.
Okay.
Yep. And we can just... This whole place is... Coming alive might not be the right word, technically speaking, but coming to unlife, as we just see coming down coming down opposite hallways. We see we see more of the skeletons, moving darkness, and these things that you can they're slimes. They're these things of just mucus fluid with some bones kind of floating in them, just kind of dragging themselves along the ground.
Okay, it is definitely time to go.
Where are the other students, guys? We should probably get them out of here.
I don't know how we could reach them.
Let's go to the portal first and see if they're back.
Yeah, let's go. Let's get out of here. Yeah, okay.
And then we send the teachers in.
We're running.
This is athletics.
Actually, right before they run, we're gonna... Okay, just a mechanical question.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be plausible and all right if Nora rode a swarm of spiders? It is Silhouette 2.
Yeah, you can supersize your spiders.
This
That's
true.
a thing she can do.
What were you going to do with them?
Ride it to the exit.
Because they have better stats than she does in terms of athletics. That's for sure.
That would be helpful for me. I'm just saying I got one green.
Agreed. So we're going to use her signature spell, a grand summon, an additional summon, which I now know what it's called.
Yeah?
She's casting Spider Dance.
Nice.
So it's for her. It's with this signature. It's an average check. 3 yellow
That
and a
is
green.
success with 5 advantages.
Heck yes! She can summon 4 Silhouette 2 spiders.
All right.
She could summon 4 Silhouette 2
So yeah,
spiders.
you supersize four of these spiders.
What is their athletics?
Technically it'd be like riding, wouldn't it?
Oh, my riding is 1 green, so I will run.
They can also cover our escape. Like she can, there's 2 extras to help if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's, because normally giant spiders are Silhouette 1, and so making them Silhouette 2, what does that in turn make their stats? Do they get 1 more agility then?
No.
Okay.
You get 1 additional. Well, if it's riding, that's your agility.
That's true.
I mean, 2 green's better than 1 green. I hop on a spider.
3 green.
Nice.
3 green is better for sure for me.
I'm gonna run.
I hop on one with the skull on it.
Nice. All right, and yeah, Jacob is also gonna run, and just Sparky's like flapping, flying right next to him.
Oh.
Jacob is going to Jacob like puts his hand to his chest. Ooh, please work, please work, please work. And let's see if it works. I'm going to flip a story point both ways, as GM and as player.
The old switcheroo.
To be fair, we haven't used many of those this game.
We used
He's going to suffer 2
Because neither of us
strain.
have.
Oh, we don't have heroic.
That's because neither of us did heroic.
He's going to suffer 2 strain
forgot.
to double focus.
Okay, double focus. That's good.
Yes, okay. As he uses the Dragon Wings spell.
Yeah.
Nice.
For a minute, for just a second, you can see like almost visually like this link between him and Sparky, and then just these massive wings like come out of his back.
Nice.
Yeah, and he grabs Sparky in one arm, and he's going to grab Grillgap
Yay!
with his other one. I was like, okay, I'm going to get Sparky and Grillgap through the portal first, and then I'm coming back for you guys. And he flies down the hall.
Oh, man.
Because he's got flying speed right now, which is like way faster than running.
Nice.
And yeah, but he is going to have to make an athletics check to keep a hold on you.
Grillgap just falls to the ground and tumbles.
Fortunately, so it's going to have 1 black die due to the speed, but you are also tiny.
I am small.
Success! Okay,
Yes.
so he does hold on to Grillgap as he flies down the hall, zooming, and is able to, like, zooms through the portal past a very surprised Archmage Archibald, drops you there, and then zooms back for the others. While that's happening, let's roll some writing and some athletics.
I was just gonna ask, because you of course can say no because it's GM, but could we use her arachnomancy for it? Since we could justify that she's communicating to the spider as we're going to help guide it?
There's still an element, it's still writing because of how you still have to hold on to the spider's back. As
Fair
it
enough.
goes.
That's a fair point.
Yeah, though you don't get the black die everyone else would get trying to ride a spider.
She even takes that like mana silk scarf and wraps it underneath its thorax
nice,
to
that.
like hold on to herself.
What's your writing?
3 green. I'd like to spend a story point.
Okay, I'll flip it back.
Gosh darn you. Do I get a blue die for the whole wrapping mana silk underneath, though?
No.
Okay.
That is
Oh no. I don't like that.
Not great.
Greatly
failure
dislike.
with a triumph, a despair, and 2 advantages.
What?
Oh my.
Like, what?
How about not?
What?
What do you want the triumph and the advantages to do?
I don't even flipping know. So this is us trying to get away from the large group,
Yes.
Yes.
and it fails.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did you fail or did you just get a despair?
I failed with a
failed.
triumph, a despair, and 2 advantages.
Ay, ay, ay.
Okay, while you're thinking about that, athletics was...
Yellow and 3 green?
Are you flipping a story point?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, cool, because I was going to do it anyways.
Oh, awesome. Oh.
Wow.
How'd I do?
Success with double triumphs.
Are you
Oh my god!
kidding me? Are you
Your little...
freaking...
You are proving Gimli right, apparently. Dwarves are natural sprinters.
They are natural sprinters. Oh my gosh. So, like, she has her little squad of big spiders that she's going along, and, like, she's trying to hold on to.
With a triumph, you might be able to jump off that spider's back as it gets caught onto another spider's back.
Yeehaw!
True. I think that, yeah.
Okay.
But I also feel like the despair would, like, that would also knock that one specifically. Or I don't know. Because the failure would.
Do you want to use. Okay, what do you want to use the triumph for?
I think, yeah, if the one that she's riding is getting caught by whatever it is, I would like to use the triumph.
Yeah, its back legs gets caught by a slime, which, like, latches onto it.
Yeah, she'll use that to jump off onto the spider to her left.
All right. As she does that, she tries to grab hold and slips off and tumbles onto the ground thanks to the despair.
Yep, thought so.
Can I use my second triumph to, like, pick her up?
Yeah, you can just grab her right off the ground. So you are going to take fall damage.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah, short range fall damage.
The most deadly of all.
Fall damage? Okay.
Yes, but you get to, like, roll to roll.
Can I
get to roll to reduce the damage?
Can I use those 2 remaining advantages to give a blue die to this check?
Yes.
And can I make it coordination? Because it is much better than my... Okay. That's 3 green.
All right. That is... So you reduce the damage by 2 and the strain by 5.
Ooh. Good. I don't pass out. Okay. That's actually helpful. So it would have been 10 damage, minus 2, making it 8, minus 3 from soak, making it 5 damage. And then it would have been 10 strain straight, but that also is reduced, so that's 5 strain, putting her at that. She's hurt and tired, but she's still going, actually.
Okay, yeah, and so you stop, like, you were thrown off, and you're able to get yourself into a roll, and then your dwarf friend just comes by and just grabs you off the ground, and just throws you over her shoulder in, like, freaking fireman's carry or something, just throws you over her shoulder. And just keeps running. And then so back at Grillgap, when Jacob drops you off and flies back, Grillgap, Archmage Archbold, like, grabs you by the shoulders, like, what happened in there?
We have awakened an ancient death knight. What's the kingdom's name? Sorry.
Veneldra. From
the kingdom of Veneldra. He is very mad, and he wants to take over the world again. And everybody's still running out. Nora... And they're still back in there, and we need help really, really, really bad. I don't know where the other students are.
Zeklip. You're saying you awakened Zeklip?
Yes, I think. Did you know about that guy?
A grin splits across his face.
Oh, no.
Are
you freaking kidding me?
Did we fail?
I need to make this portal wider. And she, like, goes...
Can I go to shock him? Can I attack him?
Yeah, you can try.
Ooh, I can try? Okay.
He was literally about to start the portal. I think this could be a surprise attack. But that's
they'll, like, just throw a spell at him.
No,
okay.
Great.
I'm gonna blast him.
Okay.
No, this isn't good.
And as you... cast that spell, he's going to use his talent, Reflexive Barrier.
Of course he is.
Ooh. Curse you, Archibald. Can I focus on this?
Yes, you can.
And I'm gonna, actually, you know what? I'm gonna focus twice, and I'm gonna overchannel, because I feel like this is important.
Ooh.
Okay, so he adds +4 defense.
Boo.
Alright, and you are over channeling. That's fun. So you add 2 automatic threats.
Gains 2 threats. Yep. Rather than increase the difficulty.
And what is over channel negating? Like, are you adding like a...
Yeah, I'm trying to think like about the effective... Is there anything that would help me with the black dice or no?
No.
No.
I'm going to make it... Can I, like... I can't add the blast effect?
You don't want to.
No, electro.
Yeah, you also... Yeah, you physically can't. You can add the deadly effect.
Yeah, I'm going to add the
deadly.
Let's do the deadly effect. That's a great idea.
So you throw your spell, and he throws up a shield. All right, and you succeed with 3 advantages. Do you want to crit?
Yes.
All right, so you can add, so that you have a crit rating of 2, so you can add plus 10.
Okay.
And wait, and what's your knowledge lore? 2?
My knowledge lore is 2, yep.
Because deadly also adds vicious equal to your weight.
Right.
Oh,
So
awesome.
that's plus 30 total.
And I take 4 strain.
And that is 95.
Ooh.
At the brink, the target suffers 2 strain each time they perform an action.
Yes, that's so good.
All right. But yeah, you hit him with lightning. And with this despair,
Yeah, of course.
like you hit him, and then he grabs some of your lightning and
Palpatine.
throws it back at you. As his shield spell has the reflection effect on it.
Okay.
You still did damage to him, but he is able to throw back base damage back, or the exact same damage back at you. And so that was, so that's 10 damage at your face.
Ignoring soak or with soak?
No.
It does not ignore soak.
Well, I'm at 7 out of 10 wounds, boys. I'm a glass cannon.
Oh, gosh. That's not good. We gotta hurry up and get back there.
Well,
I have not spent this whole year pretending to be a stupid teacher for children for you to mess up my plans now, child.
Well, you might not be a stupid teacher, but you're still stupid.
Oh, no. Oh,
Zeklum is going to give me so much power for what I have done for him in sending you twerps to awaken him.
you meddling kids.
Whatever, Archibald, the Archmage, what even name is that, you big nerd?
It's not my fault I went bald and the name happened to coincide.
Uh-huh.
He struck a nerve there, that's for sure.
And yeah, he's now, you're in combat with this dude.
No, no.
Fortunately, you're not alone.
Yay!
Because who was left behind with you?
Oh, the
Sparky.
Sparky! Save me, Sparky!
Alright, and so back over there, so Jacob shows up as you guys are running, like, away from the things. It's like, so he, like, stops in the, like, air and, like, kind of flies next to you guys. It's like, do you want me to carry her?
Yeah, you're faster. I got this.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you good there? I don't know if I can carry you, honestly.
Yeah, I toss her up to you, and then I keep sprinting.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, toss
Like
him,
a sack
okay.
of potatoes.
No, gosh. She
Let's see if he
has
can
resigned.
catch her.
Oh gosh.
Oh no!
Like as he's doing is like not even like a good not even like a handoff, just here.
Chucks you into the
Okay,
air.
yeah, it's not smooth. We both take 1 strain, and it's just kind of like,
dang it.
ooh.
Okay. Wait, you and her?
Yeah,
we
no,
both take a strain.
Yeah, us. You're fine.
Okay, sounds good.
And yeah, and then he flies back towards the portal. Meanwhile, yeah, Archibald's throwing a spell at you.
Oof. I hope you're alive when I get there.
Probably not. I got 3 hit points left. Or 3 wounds left.
The air around him gets cold. That is a triumph.
No. No.
Jesus. Hey, but you know what? He takes 2 strain.
And he freezes you in a block of ice.
Actually, he takes 4 strain because it takes strain to cast a spell, and then he also took strain from the crit.
True. But yeah, so success with a triumph. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. But he does not have his staff in his hands right now because he wasn't planning to be in a fight. He was focusing on the portal. But so that is 6 plus 5. That's 11 damage.
Ugh.
And you are now encased in a block of ice.
So what happens when I go 11 minus 3 is
You
8.
take a critical injury that is plus. So what is how much over your wound threshold are you?
8 plus 7 is 15.
Yeah, so I'm 5 over.
Okay, that's plus 50 to the crit then.
Oof.
No, don't let the precious gnome die. We just were here for a good time, and we don't want
Forever young, I wanna be forever young.
So you rolled 39, and so plus 50
That's 89.
is 89, which is compromised, increased difficulty with all skill checks.
Okay,
Until
I
it's
mean,
healed.
that makes a lot of sense, to be truly honest.
So it's not great, but you're not in danger of death. You're just frozen in a block of ice.
So what does being frozen in a block of ice mean for me?
You're also knocked out.
So even if you weren't knocked out, for 5 rounds, you would be unable to make maneuvers or actions.
Okay. So I'm knocked out and I'm frozen for 5 rounds.
Yep. Sparky doesn't like that. So Sparky charges at him. Now I realize I forgot to actually pull up Sparky's character sheet.
I love Sparky.
Sparky.
Sparky's great.
Sparky,
I love
boy.
Sparky.
Wait, what color is Sparky?
That's a good question.
Sparky is bright red with violet eyes.
Okay,
Yes.
cute.
Do you have your
All
dragon
right.
that you made?
Alright, yep, so Sparky go like rah, and shoots fire at him, just right at his face. And that is a success.
Avenge me.
That's 2 successes, so that is 8 damage.
Wow, that's a strong boy.
That is a strong.
Base damage 6 on the fire breath.
Nice.
That's
Dang.
impressive.
No advantages, so can't activate the burn quality.
Darn, that would be nice.
No.
So Archibald's just dragon fire in the face.
Flying all around.
Stupid lizard! Yep. And then that is when Jacob and
Nora arrive.
Nora arrive. Seeing Grillgap frozen in ice, poor gnome friend, and Sparky breathing fire on Archibald's face. We don't really know what's going on, but Jacob trusts Sparky's judgment.
Also, like, Nora sees that and it's like, people don't just become randomly encased in ice.
That too.
So,
That's
So yeah,
wisdom.
Jacob immediately just charters, and he's going to shield slam this guy.
ha 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 ha.
Dick.
I'm coming. On my way.
She's on her way. Oh, sprinters!
We're all sprinting.
All right, and with shield slam, and
She truly is the greatest hero.
Yeah. Spending my 3 advantages to stagger him.
Yes!
Nice.
Boom! Just like he's already got fire in his face, and then just shield right to the face. Ooh. Well, I think I might have given myself a little bit of whiplash. I method acted that a little too much.
No,
You
Jonathan.
poor soul. You poor soul.
Um,
Oh no.
okay.
no.
Then Nora's turn.
Well, Jonathan
Freaking-
recovers from whiplash.
She's tired, but she's gonna try her best. Is where we're at right now.
As Archibald's head is ringing, and he has whiplash.
We're going to spider dance again, because yes, please. It's an average check, 3 yellow and a green. We will focus. What?
Well, why would you spider dance again? You've still got spiders. Oh wait, no, never mind.
They
You left
did
them
not.
behind.
They were not picked up. And
No,
followed
sorry.
it. Yeah.
No. That's me forgetting how you got here.
I mean, it'd be great if I had 3 large spiders already here to.
Well, now you get your at-home spiders now. You don't got some dank dungeon spiders.
No, but
I mean,
he
they were
wants
pretty
big
dank.
ones.
She did like them.
No advantages or successes.
I'm going to spend.
Oh, also,
story
actually,
point.
you did have 1 threat, so one additional strain.
I'm going to spend a story point to activate Brilliant Casting, and it gave me some 3 advantages.
Ah, nice.
The old switcheroo.
So with that, it like the actual
You can summon-
effectiveness, like the spiders, like the bigger spiders would probably be more effective because he has the shield going.
Mm-hmm.
But also, what a brilliant distraction!
Well, no, he doesn't have the shield going. He wasn't able to maintain it. He just threw it up for that second.
Oh, Oh, then we're absolutely doing the swarm of spiders. And with those 2 advantages, I get to now have 3 swarms of spiders.
So, 3 spider swarms.
Just truly a nightmare.
Spiders pour in from the walls from the other side of the portal. Just spiders everywhere. So many spiders.
What an absolute nightmare.
I love this.
As they come in and just start crawling all over the stunned Archibald. And have to pull up the stats for these.
Oh, I have them. They don't have many. Their brawl is 1 brawn.
So they have 1
yellow for each one.
The 3 yellow total.
All right. Do you want to spend a story point?
What are we at right now?
You have 2, I have 4.
Yeah.
I'm flipping it back.
Makes sense.
Imagine this guy's day. He got zapped, he got hit in the head, he got blasted in the face by a dragon, hit in the head by a shield, and now he's covered in spiders.
Alright, that is a success. No advantages. But yeah, so they deal 1 damage, ignoring his 2 soak.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they had 2 successes, so that is 3 damage, and then he has to make a hard resilience check.
Yep.
And he has a resilience of 2 green, because he is a wizard.
Please. Please.
He fails that resilience check.
He takes 4 more
suffering
wounds.
4 additional wounds. And you summon 3 of these things, so this happens 2 more times.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Do you want to flip the story? No, you can't flip the story point again.
No, I've already flipped it for combat this round.
I can.
Okay.
Alright, despair and failure. So one of the swarms swarms over him, and he just starts like kind of throwing around like magic randomly.
Mm-hmm.
And the swarm just panics and like disperses partly, so you lose one of those rivals.
Okay. That's fine.
And then the third one also attacks. But this one fails. He's still not doing great, though.
Did we get advantages on that one?
No.
Dang it. Because it would have been fun to activate its other quality.
Mm-hmm.
Where I can make him
But yeah, he
self-restrain.
is crawling and just covered in spiders. And I think that is enough that the portal is starting to...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And you are now within sight of the portal, and you see it starting to, start to become unstable and looks like it's about to shrink.
Am I gonna make it in time?
Where's the other students?
You can make an athletics check to try.
Oh, frick, you're right. The other students.
Okay.
Oh, no, that's not good. This is gonna suck.
Still 1 yellow, 3 green.
All right. Do you want to spend a story point?
Yeah, I want to make it through this portal, please.
I'm also spending one.
No.
I figured.
I didn't think about the other students. I didn't think about the ramifications of this.
Freaking, he was about to make the portal bigger for the rest of the army to come through. You made I think, the rational decision in that, we gotta stop this boy.
I failed, didn't I?
One success. Just barely. The portal, is and you jump through, and it snaps shut behind you.
I will take it.
Cue the Avengers music.
I look up. I told you I'd make it.
Yep, and so you look up to see, Archibald, reeling as he's, covered in spiders. Grillgap frozen in a block of ice. And, yeah.
Wait, you guys. Wait, you didn't wait for me?
We weren't...
It was spur of the moment.
He's a bad guy.
He's bad guy.
This is a fight we can potentially win. I'm okay with this.
Okay.
We didn't try to close the portal. We weren't... I didn't think about that.
You're gonna help us, right?
Yeah, I mean, can I do anything still, or was that my turn?
It would be his turn, except he got staggered.
He did
He's
get staggered.
currently reeling. So, yeah.
He's reeling in all forms.
Mm-hmm. You wanna Use that hammer of yours.
Yes, I do.
All right, bad guy.
Okay, I stand up and I swing.
So as she's standing up and swinging, like, even though Nora's tired, she kind of indicates and communicates to the spiders, like, hey, off head.
All right, yeah,
Just
they go
move
off
down.
of his. They move down, and she swings, and that is a success with a triumph and a despair.
Oh no.
Ooh.
He like clears his head right as he sees your hammer reaching his face, and he like tries to like cast a spell right there, and his hammer and his spell succeeds, shattering your hammer directly in his face.
She's devastated.
He's KO'd. Like, he is out.
Oh my
But
gosh.
your hammer is now just a handle.
No.
Oh, she is so sad.
Now you have 2 quarterstaffs.
A quarter staff and an eighth staff?
And an 8 staff? Sure, yeah.
It's about half the size of a quarter staff.
An 8th staff and a quarterstaff.
I mean, she like sinks to her knees.
Oh.
Like, did we win?
Yeah.
Jacob looks back at where the portal was. Like, I think so.
I am still
But
frozen in
there
ice.
is- There is no sign of the other students.
No. Dang.
What about the other teacher?
Oh, that's true. That's a good point.
If you look around, you see Bumblemore is currently unconscious underneath a desk.
Oh no!
That's some Hitman shenanigans. Knock someone out, stuff them in a closet.
Wasn't there another teacher?
There was
The
bicep.
Guardian Bisep.
Basif.
Bessie. Yeah, Bessie. What about him?
Basib, yep.
Yeah.
She this is actually like she comes in right at this point.
Oh,
What happened here?
I mean, I have no idea. I'm standing there mourning my hammer.
can my head have unfrozen at this point? So like the rest of my body's frozen. But just-
Yeah, well,
technically
with him
still knocked out,
unconscious,
though.
I think with
Oh,
him
yeah.
unconscious, the spell I think is starting to like it loses power, so the ice starts to melt,
Okay.
and
Yeah, I'm still knocked out though.
Like,
yeah, and it's like, just a sec. I think he might be able to tell us.
Nora's just panting, and then she just takes out a mana potion, just chugs it real fast because she is so close to her strength.
And he is going to.
I have a healing potion
Just-
on me if you want to just like dump it in my mouth.
He's not going to look for that. He's just going to give you one of his. He just kind of just pours a mana potion, health potion down your throat. That's 5 wounds healed. Does
Yeah.
that take you back under your threshold?
That brings me to my threshold.
Oh, that's enough, I think.
Oh yeah, that is enough. All right, yeah. So you wake up. You're still in horrible state, but you're awake.
We awakened Death Knight and the Archbald nerd. He was trying to summon him for power because he's lame.
We arrived.
Sorry, yeah. We showed up, and he was frozen in ice, and
Sparky
was fighting Archibald, and Sparky's a great judge of character.
and so we reacted what we felt, and it suddenly dawns on her that the other student, she looks around to see if the other students are there, and like they weren't.
So the place that Archibald sent us to was the tomb of a really, really powerful Death Knight who was basically like, thanks for waking me up, I'm gonna conquer the world now. That's not good. If the portal hadn't closed, we'd have like an army of skeletons and slimes and darkness elementals pouring through there right now.
What's the head professor guy's name again?
Bumblemore.
Can I like
Bumblemore.
walk over to Bumblemore and like pull?
Oh, and yeah, and I think he might have knocked out Bumblemore too, because we found Bumblemore hidden behind, like, underneath a desk.
Can I give Bumblemore my health potion?
Yeah.
Okay, I give Bumblemore my health potion.
No! Archibald! What happened? Wait.
The students are...
That traitor! Like, stands up and sees Archibald, like, unconscious on the ground. It's like, oh.
Still somewhat covered in spiders. And, like,
Like
Nora getting her faculties, like, just like, okay, come here, dearies.
Professor Bumblemore, what happened? I was standing here with Archibald waiting for you to arrive, and then suddenly he attacked me. And, well, I guess I made a poor show of it.
The students are still on the other side. Bumblemore, we need to get them.
Archibald was the one who had been to the ruins, personally. I can't make a portal there.
Myra's gonna stand up. She's going to point at Archibald and say, "Somebody wake him up. We have to go back."
Who's giving him a health potion?
Nora is not going to give him a health potion.
I don't have any more health potion.
Jacob is at 10 strain. He can't cast a healing spell. And, well, I guess theoretically he could, but he'd be in danger of knocking himself out. And he's not knocking himself out for Archibald's sake.
Archibald.
For Baldy.
I do have a healing potion. I'm trying to decide. Because the other students are still there, which is...
But would he open it for us?
Probably not.
I don't think he would.
How do we help them?
Can we get back?
Do we know where the ruins actually are?
He said they were in the Deadlands.
How far away is that?
I don't know.
Miles and miles. I can show you a map for reference.
That would be helpful.
I feel really bad that I doomed the other students to die.
Honestly, I don't think there was much we ever would have been able to do.
I agree. That was not a good...
So this is the Deadlands. We are here.
Oh, we're very... Yeah. Okay. I guess she's gonna
and
have to...
we don't know where in the Deadlands either.
Yeah, and the Deadlands is a big place, too.
Yeah, I guess when somebody says he wouldn't open the portal back for us, she accepts defeat in that.
What?
We can't save the others.
What if we have something from the portal? Could you use an item from that place to get them?
No, attempting to open a portal when you don't know where the portal should go, when you haven't been there yourself, is incredibly dangerous. I could accidentally open a portal into a volcano. Molten lava would pour out into here. There are all manner of things that could go wrong. And I'm genuinely just not very good at portals.
So did the other students just not come back, or what?
None of them came back before I was knocked unconscious.
Like, Nora, kind of shakily sits on the ground, somewhat defeated and just really tired. And the swarms that are still remaining kind of coalesce around her, and they also crawl over her, but almost like to comfort her in a way.
Everyone else finds that really weird and creepy, but
yes,
I mean, true.
That is very
Guardian Basip looks over this like, I need to tell the Guardians what happened. This is bad news. Whoever this Zeklam is, we should make sure people know that he's out. And, and so she leaves, and Jacob's kind of just like on the ground, staring at the floor.
Yep. Myra will also sink down to the ground and just sit there, pondering.
We're supposed to be heroes.
Grillgap starts to tinker.
The hero never would have done something like this. They would have been able to... They would have done something. They would have fought Zeklam. We should have just stayed. I shouldn't have ran.
Oh, so then we could have fought that Death Knight and died and let Archibald keep that portal open so the rest of the army could come through and more speedily take over the world?
I'm sorry, am I supposed to feel good about what happened?
I'm not saying I feel good.
I helped open that lid.
So did I.
We woke him up. That's on us.
No? And she, stands up and she, directs the spiders to disperse. You know, if she understands having them too long is going to be problematic. So they disperse. She stands up. She's like, no. And she points to Archibald. This is his doing. His plan. There will always be people like him with desire for power or greed or something that will summon armies, summon darkness, summon who knows what from any pit or void or darkness. This was a setup from the start from a wicked man. This was likely going to go exactly as he wanted, with us if it wasn't us opening that sarcophagus, it probably would have been one of the others.
Okay.
There's a lot of bad in this world. I've seen a lot of it. And even if we're not the hero. We're not even licensed adventurers. We did the best we could with what was given us.
Okay.
And that hurts, and we will mourn for the loss that we've had.
So I guess
we will make a difference.
now we ask, what would the hero do?
He would get stronger.
He would keep fighting.
Exactly.
If there's one thing I've learned, is that a failure is only a true failure if you learn nothing from it. And Grillgap walks over to Archibald's body, and he takes his staff. And does Archibald have a tome?
Not with him, no.
He takes his staff and he says, I'm going to start building portals. We're going to send an army his way.
That sounds like the start of a plan, at least.
Let's do it. But first, and she looks down to the handle in her hands. I need a new hammer.
I think I can help you with that. Grillgap, you can. I'm pretty good at forging, but I might. I think we found that you're smarter than I am. Think you can help me making our friend a new hammer?
It would be my pleasure.
All right. Well, guess looking towards the future.
Let's get going.